do it?
Are we
Um,
doing intros as characters so people
oh
know, or
yeah,
are we
are
just
we?
Yeah,
are we doing
definitely.
for?
Feel free.
Okay.
Preston, if you would like to introduce your character.
Hi, I'm Preston, also known as Ulrich17 on a lot of Red's videos. I'll be playing Corwin Attleberry. He is a half elf warlock.
Nice, nice.
Natanya.
Annika,
Mhm.
Natanya, whoever wants to go.
Mhm.
Annika's eating. Um,
Sorry, I just got my
name's
burrito.
You're good.
my name's Natanya. I will be playing Orbweeb in this campaign, a half elf cleric that is learning her way around the world.
There you go. There you go. Burrito eater, are you ready?
I'm ready to go.
All right.
I do want to point out one thing. Drasilia had a last name. It's Dotska. I found that in my old thing, but I'm Annika. I'm playing Demointhus with the silent PH, and he is a oh, he's a tiefling bard.
Nice. Sweet.
Right.
All
I
right.
forgot the word tiefling.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, the guy with
I was like,
the horns
I
and
was like, with
stuff.
that guy.
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
Demointhus.
This is Subspace, the first wave. Technically the second, I don't know, the second like part of the Subspace story that will actually be being recorded, since the first part was not actually recorded publicly. I'm going to cut into the intro for the campaign.
Was it recorded privately?
Maybe.
We don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it. Okay. All right, hold on. I gotta like get myself together. All right. Corwin finds himself waking in the middle of a field. Chaos ensues his vision. All matters of creatures at combat with each other. He looks up to the skies above him as he lays prone on the ground from what feels like being recently unconscious. Debris surrounding him, screams and cries for help, the clashing of swords, and more sounds that seem strange and unfamiliar to him. Completely and entirely unfamiliar with where he is. He climbs to his knees, feeling pain and exhaustion. He looks back to the sky and watches as some kind of contraption he has never seen before soars over his head. A jumbo jet the size of Air Force One comes to a crash landing a few miles out, exploding on impact. The flames rising to the skies from the crash, he turns his vision from the flames. He looks just ahead, his vision becoming blurry. He can see a familiar face calling out to him. Corwin! Snap out of it! We need you! Corwin feels confused and anxious, unfamiliar to his surroundings. No memory of how or why he's here or what's going on. A hand grabs him by the shoulder and from behind, and suddenly he awakes to see Demointhus looking into his eyes with his hand resting on Corwin's shoulder. He asks, Corwin, are you alright? You guys are in the middle of a stadium. Suddenly Corwin realizes he's back where he can remember. He looks down to the arena to see O'Flanagan and the gladiator prepare to match up and fight each other. He can recall that you were all gathering world passes to get to the next area of where you need to go. Here shortly, I will be covering the recap of our most recent session. But uh, Demointhus, as you look into Corwin's eyes, you can see Corwin seems to be a little dazed and confused, um, almost sweaty and panicked. Corwin, what are your thoughts?
I want to leave.
The fight's getting ready to transpire, and I will quickly go over the most recent campaign on our actual Discord. Okay, so most recently, in Subspace the First Wave, the end of Season 1, the party arrived to the ball to recover world passes to get out of the city. They need to head north to the Dragonborn village to return the Platinum Dragon Egg as Prometheus requested. They've been on the run from a mysterious Dragonborn who's been hunting them and almost killed Corwin. Each member of the party stole royal outfits from various rich homes and fake IDs. They snuck into a ball. Demointhus discovered his old circus family and the hostages they brought to the fighting games. Meanwhile, Corwin met the princess of the realm, who confused in him that she did not, sorry, who confessed in him that she did not like these fights, and when she became ruler, she wants to put an end to them. She touched Corwin's hand and gave him a gentle smile before she entered the arena to take her royal seat. Later, when the party found their seats, the rampage fights have begun. A gruesome fight of poverty citizens who are captured and dragged in against their will. The rich watch in excitement. The winner gets a huge reward. The party encountered a vampire killing a woman and fought it. The vampire cloaked and vanished from the fight. The woman had been killed, but the party was able to recover one world pass off her corpse. Now they have two more to go. Suddenly, a new fight was announced, and the party looked down to the arena to see their ally O'Flanagan in the ring. O'Flanagan was the mastermind behind the plan to steal these passes for the party, and now he's been captured and put into the fight. What an amateur, the party thought collectively. So much for being a rogue. O'Flanagan winked to the party, and that's where season 1 came to a close. So that kind of jogs your guys' memory a little bit on what happened in the most recent session. Around you,
Yeah, I
you can
forgot we were.
see
Oh.
yeah, around you, you can see a lot of the rich kind of drinking from ale and various other alcoholic drinks. A little bit too rich blood for your from your from your from your backstories.
Fair.
What
Yeah,
you know you
yeah,
have
I'll take it.
to you know you have to steal two more world passes in order to deliver the platinum egg to the dragonborn Zekrom by request of Prometheus. To do that, you have to obtain these world passes. That's why you guys are currently here. Corwin, we'll put you up first. What do you want to do?
Corin will stand up
Okay.
and kind of look around. Is he still? Does he still have that whole outfit on that him and O'Flanagan went and acquired?
Yeah, if I remember right, you were wearing I think it was purple
It's like,
and gold robes, and you had one of
yeah,
those owl type of masks the rich would wear to hide their identity during obscure events like this, where it might not be very awesome for your reputation to be caught watching people murder each other for money.
right. Um, he'll pull off one of his gloves, kind of shortly exposing his burn scars, and kind of wipe his brow a little bit, shake it off, and re-put his glove on. Look to Demointus and ask, did you see a big flying metal bird?
Hmm. Demointhus did not see anything. No, I didn't.
Speaks in the
Alright,
third person.
No, I didn't see anything. I just. Ugh, I'm
okay.
lost. I'm just as
Yeah,
confused as you are. I don't know what's going on.
okay. We have to acquire two more world passes.
Oh,
Is
hell.
it-
Okay.
and our so-called ally is down there in the actual arena, so
Well, did he want to be there?
I don't know.
Did you
Uh,
ask him?
but I didn't really have a chance. He said
Oh,
I got this, and then he went and left, and now he looks like he got captured and is fighting gladiators.
mm.
So don't want to do that.
Well,
That
we should
sounds
step in
terrifying.
there, shouldn't we?
As you
No,
guys are
that sounds
speaking to each
awful.
other, you can hear like an announcer come over some kind of intercom, and they say, "Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present our final combatant fight between our champion Galley and a newcomer. What's your name again?" You can hear some whispering. Oh, Flanagan. What? Oh, Flanagan. And suddenly they start to square up and they're getting ready to fight each other. You guys may continue.
Um, so he's going to die. That's unfortunate.
Okay, so how much do we value this little bird's life? Because we need to get our passes and go.
Uh, Right. I don't know. Like, if he wins, that's great. If he like, I feel like it's a win-win either way. He dies, then it's one less pass. If he wins, then maybe we get something. So we just
Can
let
I
him do whatever he's doing.
can I have a
And
small interjection?
yeah.
Yes.
What's your alignment? What?
Corwin's is lawful neutral.
Okay. All right. Continue. Sorry.
Or while they're chatting, would you like to give me a investigation? Actually, give me a perception check.
That's for Tony.
Alrighty. It's gonna take me a second,
You're good.
just because I'm learning.
Yep.
We're learning how
That's
this
so
works.
cool. This is so exciting.
I haven't even tried it yet.
So what you'll want to
It's
do?
so fun. Oh, Willow, no, bitch.
Hey, Willow.
What you'll want to do is on your actual character sheet, scroll down to perception, and then there's going to be a modifier there. Click that modifier, and it'll automatically roll and determine your number.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. I just rolled, and then
Yeah.
looking at that was exciting. Sorry, still learning.
You're
It's gonna
good.
take me a second.
The first few sessions are
All
going to
are-
be kind of intense for all of us because I'm also relearning a lot about DMing, and I'm also just playing like 5 or 6 screens at once to make this all work fluently. So I might be a little laggy myself when I'm trying to explain what's going on.
Get it
To
together.
So
We're
everybody who's
professionals.
we're
everybody who's
professionals.
watching, this is new for all of us, and I've
Yeah.
not played D&D in like a year. So
Yeah. This is
So I
true.
found the senses passive wisdom. Am I rolling or isn't it just that number?
No, this is not going to be passive. This is going to be kind of you interpreting your surroundings from after. So basically, your gaze is brought over to Flanagan's fight. In a sense, then you've been turning back to not Orweeb, sorry, Demointhus and Corwin. And this is kind of what you're seeing while you're rotating your vision across the room.
Okay, so it's just gonna be my a roll plus my wisdom modifier, right?
You don't even have to worry about that. So if you go to your skills sheet on your actual character sheet, just find the skill perception, and then click the modifier, and it'll do it for you.
Yeah, so your skill box is right below your intelligence and wisdom. Right below that will
I
say
found it.
skills. Okay.
So I found that, and then now what?
So there's gonna be a modifier. It'll be like +1, +2,
Yeah.
something like that. Click that
Oh, you
modifier.
click the modifier, I see. Well, I
Yep.
rolled a fucking nat one, so I ain't seeing shit.
Okay,
This is not-
so as Orwe kind of looks
I'm
around the
turning around
room,
and I just
so as
Okay, cool.
Demointhus and Corwin are chatting, they're kind of like glancing continuously back at Orwe, and Orwe's kind of like going like this, looking around the
What the
room,
fuck?
very, very intrigued by her surroundings from being growing up in the forest almost all her life. This is all very eccentric and unique to her, so she is very intrigued by her surroundings, almost completely not tuned in to the discussion you two are having. Feel free to continue said discussion.
So
Okay,
do you have a plan on how to acquire 1 to 2 more of these world passes?
okay, look, Ski, I got a plan. At least I got a plan for me. I'm gonna place
Alright.
a bet on a man and see if I can get his pass from him. I'm a charming man. I think I can make it happen. You, I don't know. You're a little shy. You're a little reserved. It seems like you're gonna have to bump it up a notch. We gotta leave the bird behind.
Bump it up a notch. Do
Get
I
jiggy
don't know what
with
you
it.
mean.
All right, here's our
Jiggy.
plan.
Jiggy.
Is jiggy a word in Subspace? Can I use that?
You're a bard. You can use whatever your words to
Yeah.
See,
flow out of your
I'm
mouth.
trying to play into Bard. He's a Bard tiefling.
Yeah,
All right.
I dig it.
So we could do this together. All right. It seems like you need a little bit of help with the socialization aspect. I'm going to need some smarts from a man like you. So we're going to find a man and we're going to bet him something. And I need some ideas. We got to do something to trick him and get his pass from him. We need to do it twice.
Alright, alright. So we find a couple, 2 people usually sitting together, maybe sharing a point or something along those
We
lines.
need an intoxicated man.
Yes, that's what I'm
Couple of
thinking.
them.
Cause yeah. So we go find those. We bet them something small. and then we sandbag and we just build up and up, and then we're like, oh, I'll bet some world passes, and then maybe something happens.
Sounds like a plan. All right, let's go. Not much we can do about the bird. Maybe let's check in and see if Orbweeb is interested in solving the bird situation while we solve the passes situation.
That sounds great. Corwin will look over at Orby, just kind of like looking around, like, is that common for that? Is that part of
She's a little.
social integration? So I need to look around as well.
No, no, babe. She's just a little. She hadn't spent a whole lot of time around people,
Well,
so I
people
think
are
she's
scary.
just
That's why.
enjoying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We're just gonna let her enjoy the view. Let me go talk to her.
Okay.
So, Des
But you're
Moines,
gonna leave
Texas.
me alone.
You come on. So
Okay.
we're all standing pretty close together, right? Like she's near us.
Yeah, so basically
Is
right now, you guys are you're in the nosebleeds of the seats in the stadium. The stadium itself
okay.
is an enclosed environment. You can't see the skies, you can't see the outside. It's actually a hidden area inside a very large mansion that you guys all snuck into. The where
Cool.
you're at, there is still a dead body near you that you're all kind of somewhat standing in the way of to conceal. Um, and you're all within like speaking distance of each other.
Okay. This is a joke. Don't put it in the game. I'm gonna bet somebody that there isn't a dead body behind me.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is the dead body our fault?
No. So
Yeah.
No.
there was a
Oh no.
vampire that was no, there's
Oh
a
yeah.
vampire that was
Yeah.
attacking a woman, and you guys saw it and you ran over, and the vampire turned on you guys, and I think it was Corwin who laid an eldritch blast on the vampire, and the vampire
Right
just
to the face.
brought his
Just
cape
draw
and
no attention.
did not. A lot of people are actually inebriated. They've been drinking, partying. This is like the Mardi Gras for rich people in Orenthal.
Okay. So it just
High,
kind of.
high
Okay.
class
Alrighty.
Orenthal.
So I'm gonna
I,
turn.
I still have my bag, right? My little bag with the
Yes.
egg.
Yes, you do. It's currently
Okay.
you actually recently you guys obtained a nicer satchel to hold the platinum egg.
Yeah.
It has some nice like jeweled beads going along the actual satchel itself. It has a nice click to where you can lock the bag shut. So that way, if you, unlike the previous bag, if you were to drop it, the egg wouldn't just come flying out like it did before. Um, and the tailor that made the bag kind of adjusted it for your size, Orb Weeb. So you kind of feel like with your natural attraction to animals and wanting to protect them, you feel inclined to protect this egg more than your teammates.
Egg baby.
All right, and I'm gonna remind the party that Orbweave has a roach because that is a part of
I
what I'm
do.
about to do.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, so Orbweave
The
has
Currently,
a
roach
pet roach.
sitting on my shoulder.
yeah, currently Meek is resting on Orbweeb's shoulder, kind of just doing little like rotations like a puppy dog when it's trying to get a treat. It just keeps kind of rotating on her shoulder, waiting to be fed some kind of treat. You guys aren't really sure what kind of treat Orweeb would feed a roach, but you can tell it's trying to beg for one.
Okay, I'm gonna turn over to Orbweave and be like, "Hey, what was your name again?"
What? Who are you?
Weeb?
Orbweeb. Orbweeb.
Orbweeb. I was right there. Okay, little Orbweeb. You know our mission, right? You know what we're trying to do here? Because you seem really lost.
Protect the
We're
egg.
gonna. Okay.
Protect the egg.
Okay.
Protect the egg.
So to protect the egg, we're gonna need some passes from some people to get the egg somewhere. Right?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Who has them?
So everybody here has passes, right? But we have to play a little game with them to get the passes from them.
Why don't you just take them?
If we just take them, they're not going to give them to us. So we need to be sneaky about this because we actually shouldn't be here. So if we draw too much attention, we might have to leave, and then we don't get any passes. The egg's not protected, right?
Right.
Right.
I
right.
think I can. I think I can get one.
Okay. You think you can get one? Because I kind of need you.
Yeah.
Okay.
As
you need me?
Orbweeb says she's sure she can get one, Orbweeb, give me a intelligence check.
All right.
That's cold.
I'm actually going to determine something based on her character real fast.
Oh shit. 7.
7. Okay,
Can you
so
see my
as
rolls?
um, I should have been able to see that one. I didn't see pop up though.
I know.
Uh, most of the rolls, yes. I think I might have just missed that one. Just a second here.
Okay, it was a 6. And so with the modifiers a 7.
Okay. I'll try to look out for that one not popping up next time. Basically,
Okay.
as you guys can see, as Orweeb's like, yes, protect egg. Orweeb kind of glances over to the stadium, then back at you guys, then back at the stadium, then back at you guys. And you can kind of make the determination that Orweeb's actually keeping a close eye on O'Flanagan due to his animal-like race of being an Arakakra.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her.
And
Are you worried about the Birdman?
I think he can hold his own.
Are we
as
sure? Because I need
as
her to keep
Orweeb
it.
says that, you see her glance back down the stadium and then back at you.
Okay. Do you want to help the Birdman?
Oh, I'm not getting in there.
Well, that's a good
Okay.
call. That's terrifying.
Yeah,
So how
I'm
about
not getting in there.
I can see that we're a little concerned about Birdman. So how about we get a pass? Me and Corwin, we have a plan. We're gonna work some out together. If you get a pass and we get a pass, maybe we can help Birdman get out of here.
As you
Okay.
guys are speaking, you
Okay.
hear kaboosh, and you watch as
Oh,
this gladiator, this giant behemoth, he has like this beige skin with these black marking tattoos all over his body, just absolutely pummels O'Flanagan into the face, and O'Flanagan just flies backwards and slams his back against the brick wall of the fighting area of the stadium. And you see O'Flanagan kind of just like spits out, and he kind of just like looks at his hands, and he's a little shaky after that kind of clobbering. You may continue.
Are we still sure that O'Flanagan can handle his own?
How did he
yeah.
get in there?
You don't know.
He
It
said
doesn't.
he got this and ran off. That's all I know.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm taking a look at my spells. I'm gonna use vicious mockery on the man. No, I'm not. Um.
You suck.
Woo!
My mom hits harder than you.
Boo!
Ooh. I'm
Okay.
gonna grab something real quick.
Okay. Here's the issue. We need to get our passes before we can save this guy. Because once we start tangling up with those motherfuckers, we're not going to be able to get back out and get those passes.
Correct.
So,
Wyatt, can I roll a perception check to see if there are any handbags near me that do not seem to be anyone paying attention to them?
Absolutely.
Thank you. 18.
It didn't pop up again. That's weird.
I don't know how to change that. I'm sorry.
Oh, so do you see like the little dice on your character screen? They should be like a little D20.
Yeah.
I believe if you hold that down, there's going to be a roll to everyone or a roll to self option.
Oh, I saw that. It said to everyone.
It did? Okay. I'm not really worried about it then.
Yeah.
So you got an 18?
Here, did that one show you?
Nope.
It's showing up in the top
That's
right-hand
weird.
corner on my screen.
Is it?
On
I'm not.
the D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I'm not seeing
Do you
it.
have O'Flanagan's character sheet open?
Oh, it's because I have to be on the actual campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, let me open up
Wow.
O'Flanagan.
Yeah, so he's got like some random character sheet and it'll pop up.
Okay. It's not popping up in there either, though. That's kind of weird. It's not updating on the Discord either. Oh well. So you got an 18, right?
Yes.
And that was on investigation.
Promise.
Oh yeah, Carwin, yours popped up.
Yeah.
oh, it just popped up. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
what?
Dointus is working too. Dointus. For funsies or weeb, can you give me another roll? Just a random one.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, whoopsie. No. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I just rolled 4 of them. I had to have shown you.
Yeah, there we go. That
Or
popped up.
we've rolled custom
37.
37. You got it.
Um, or weeb, you're
Pew
looking around.
pew.
You're looking around while Des Moines and Corwin are still chatting, and you actually see a few
Mhm.
handbags. They seem very pristine. From the first glance, you can tell a lot of these handbags are made from actual animal carcass, and you feel a little bit irritated and you feel repulsed by these handbags. Um, but a lot of them almost strike you as better made than your current.
Can I do I see the disgust on her face? Like, is it obvious that she like
What's your
oh my
passive
gosh?
perception?
What?
What's your passive wisdom perception?
11.
11. Yeah,
Yeah.
you see it. You to the corner of your eye, you can see Orweeb kind of looking around, and then she just gets very like,
I'd
ugh.
be like, "What's going on with you?"
Well, I'm gonna try to sneak one of the passes out of these bags, but they're all made of leather and
Oh.
fur.
Oh yeah, I bet that bothers you. But you know what? That means they're bad people, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's not a bad thing to take it because they're bad people. Just get in there.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Can I see um can
So
I
people
roll
who
sleight of
have
hand?
animal
S-
things are bad.
Sleight of hand.
I was gonna see if I could roll sleight of hand to take one of the bags that seem unattended.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check, real fast. Okay, now give me the
I
sleight of
don't know
hand
if you
check.
saw that.
No, I did. Give me the sleight of hand check now.
Okay.
5. Okay, so you guys can see as you're asking if Weeb can just get the job done, Weeb kind of like
Yeah.
reluctantly nods, and then Weeb kind of just shifts around and starts like struddling down the seat aisles, and you're watching as Weeb runs up to a random rich guy. He's just decked in like very fine clothing, covered in fur, hide, all of like if you were to go to a tailor and order an animal to just be draped all over you, she purposely chose the one wearing the most animal gear. Ran up to him, grabbed the bag, and then just tried to yank it away from this guy. And he looks over, and he's watching as this halfling is just like pulling this bag away from him. He just what? Stop! What do you?
Okay.
I'm gonna,
I'm
Let go of
gonna
that.
I'm gonna run down there real quick.
I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna interject and be like, "Oh, she got you. That was just a bet."
This man looks up to you, and you can see he's wearing a white mask. The nose seems to be exaggerated. It kind of comes out and curves upward like this. You can only see his eyes and his chin. He kind of looks over to you. He says, "What?"
All right, I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, she's just this tiny little girl I met here. I wanted to see if she could yank your bag, bet her a couple coins, and I knew she couldn't do it. She's just being crazy."
This
I'm
bag
just gonna
cost me
start
one
yelling
whole
out that he's a
platinum.
bad man. I'm just
And
gonna
I'm
I'm
gonna
just gonna start yelling out that he's bad.
I'm gonna grab her and say,
You're a bad
"Oh,
man.
she's had a lot to drink tonight. I'm sorry. You know how it is here. I mean, she's had
I'm
a
not drunk. You're a bad man.
Demointis, give me a strength check to see if you can summon enough power to pull or weeb away from this handbag.
Oh, my strength is so bad."
Can I, after she does that, roll a persuasion to try and calm this guy down? And depending on the roll will be what I say to
So
him.
as you're running
I got a
over,
10.
give me the roll, Corwin. Demointis, you try grabbing Orbweeb, and you're like pulling her off the handbag, and this gentleman is still holding his clutches onto the handbag strap. Orbweeb still has the handbag strap, and you're like holding Orbweeb over your shoulder, trying to rotate, pulling Orbweeb away from this older gentleman. and he just keeps saying, "This bag cost me 1 platinum. This bag cost me 1 platinum. You stop touching my
Not
bag."
rich.
Corwin, what'd you get?
I got a 12.
Yeah, 12. So
Okay.
Corwin kind
My
of,
persuasion going to work, or is it not?
we'll see. Corwin, you rush over, and you're kind of watching as this whole event's going down. Demointis has Orweeb over her shoulder by the legs, trying to pull her away. Her back turned to this rich guy. The rich guy just keeps going, "This cost me 1 platinum. This cost me 1 platinum." And then Orweeb just keeps yelling, "You're a bad man. You're a bad man." You kind of come up to the side, and what do you say to this guy?
Apologize, good sir. You see, my smaller friend here, she has a bit of trauma as far as white masks go and curled noses, so it's hard to disassociate that from the current that has been going on. And she it's had a real bad fixation on. I hear you paid 1 platinum for this bag. Unfortunately, it was poorly made. So she's saying not necessarily you're a bad man, just that you bought a bad bag, but the overall speech impediment that's going on is causing some issues. So she's saying that it's a bad bag, and she's wanting to kind of help you. What we can do is we have a trade that we try to acquire poorly made things and fix them.
I'm
So
gonna go,
yes,
I
yeah.
just start yelling bad man. I
yeah,
just yelled at over and over again.
so we're just trying to help you out. Now, the way she went about it, yes, that was very wrong, and she shouldn't have done that. So for that, my apologies. If there's any way I can make it up to you, I'd be even willing to have us take your bag, fix it, no free of charge. If you'd just be willing to promote the traveling thief half thief elf band
Oh, he can't
of.
remember the name of our own business. He's a
I've
funny
been
guy.
I've been drinking
We've been
too, but I'd be
we've
willing
been
to fix
throwing
us.
names around. We've been throwing names around.
You said your name was the Half Teeth Elf Man?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
we're
I've
willing
heard
to
of you
fix your bag
guys.
for you.
Please
Say
tell me please tell me in particular. He kind of raises the bag up, or Weave is still holding on to it like this while he's raising it up to show you this bag. And he goes, "Tell me in particular what you don't like about this bag."
Yeah, say your overall straps here. They should have a bit of elasticity to them. You see how tense they are? That's prone to breaking. And we don't want that. We want to have a little bit of give in our leather that we're using. So what we can do is we can retan it, get it re-established to have some give to it, some more flexibility. One, it's going to help you be more comfortable while carrying said bag. And two, it's going to look better. Corwin is sweating underneath all of his. Is trying to
Horror
take.
sweat bullets.
Profusely sweating.
Let me see if he
Can I
Everyone
ask?
notices.
stressed the
Can I
hell out
see if
here.
I know what animal pelts are on this bag?
Um,
Can
just a
I?
second. Just a second.
Wait, no. I have a. Don't let her do it. I have a plan.
Don't let her do it.
Okay.
Stop rolling for a Flanagan.
So Flanagan back down in the stadium. Galley is hovering over O'Flanagan, and O'Flanagan just kind of starts taking his talons and swiping, trying to get Galley off him while he's being pinned down towards this wall, and he just keeps missing. Um, Demointis, you said you wanted to check the pelts of the bag.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
What do
give
I roll for
me
that?
give me a survival check.
What?
Actually, no, sorry. Hold on.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's good.
Well,
'Cause
I'll
that was
combo it. So we'll say 7, and then give me a nature check.
17.
10.
Total.
17. Okay, so you're looking at this bag, and you can kind of see what you believe would be it has fox pelt. There's a lining of bear pelt, and it's something else you can't really make out. From what it looks like, it's you can from what your experience of traveling around Orensal, foxes and bears are pretty uncommon. They're not very seen except for in the strange lands. Um, so you can tell this bag is pretty rare, and you're a little inclined to believe that it is worth 1 platinum.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him. So the pelts on your bag, right? They're rare. You have fox, you have bear, but see the types matter. The plates matter.
Wrong.
So we have He said on top of the straps, we can get you even better pelts. We have silver fox, we have grizzly bear, things you have never seen before that we can replate this bag with. Price is above a platinum.
I believe we
can
got
vamp
chinchilla
this.
in last week.
Ah, we
Do you
can
have
give you
dragon
pelts that a
scale?
man has never seen here before. If
I
you want to
require
send us this
dragon
bag.
scale. Do you have it?
We
Yeah,
have a guy. We can get it.
not in town here, but right over. Yeah, we have
Who's the guy?
connections. We travel.
Marius,
Ronnie Knoxville.
Marius of Donny Knoxville's. He just down the way a bit. A small little town. Marius of Johnny Knoxville.
Okay. Well, if I'm gonna hand you this one platinum bag that I purchased myself with my hard-earned money I got from my parents, I am going to need you to give me something to hold in consolation until I get my bag back. You see, he kind of looks around. He looks at Orbweeb, who's dangling from his bag, and he says, I want to hold on to this bag while I'm waiting for mine to return.
I'm
You
gonna
say, sir,
yell.
I'm-
I don't. Nope. I'm gonna. I'm gonna let go of the bag and yell. I don't trust you, and just straight up run away
So you
with
release your
my
grip
bag.
on his
Not
bag
his
and
bag.
run.
I don't
Okay.
care about his bag anymore.
Okay. So
Okay.
you're watching as Orweeb has her clutches around this bag. She's, I don't trust you. Releases, drops like 3 feet, turns around, and just disappears down the aisles of chairs around the stadium.
Yeah, that's not our problem right now.
all right, no, sir. So what you say you've done here now is you have offended one of my colleagues, and asking for something in return upon an overall pre-established purchase that's going on. There needs to be some trust. Yeah, I agree, but you don't want that bag. That bag is not good with your attire whatsoever. You're gonna stand out like a sore thumb and not the good kind.
You look
What
like shit.
you'll look like shite what it
Look like
comes down to.
shit.
You're
What I can do.
insulting me and my high tier bag that was worth 1 platinum, and you're gonna tell me it looks like shit, needs repair. You want to take it, and you don't want to bring it back to me? You say you're gonna bring
That's
it
not.
back, but how do I know I'm gonna get it back?
You see, sir,
We
you
lie to
misunderstood.
you.
There's been a overall miscommunication. What I'm saying is the bag you're wanting to be held. Your bag is fine, overpriced. We're willing to fix it.
How
The
dare
bag,
you? This bag was made from fine dragon scale. Do you know how rare dragon scales are in this kingdom? Do you have
yeah,
any
but
High
that's not dragon.
idea?
persuasion.
That's not dragon scale, mate.
What are you talking about?
Do you want me to prove it?
Yes.
Okay. May I hold your bag?
Give me a persuasion.
Come on, baby, do something good.
I have a really high persuasion.
13.
Corwin says, "Let me hold your bag," and he reluctantly kind of hands it over to you, and you can see his hand is still grabbing the strap while you're kind of holding it in your hands.
Uh, um, can I turn around just a little bit and be like, I'm just going to confer with my colleague just right quick. You can still hold on to the strap. Just going to confer with my colleague Demointits here. If that's fine with you.
You're not taking my bag, are you?
No. I'm just turning around. You hold on to the strap. You still have a good. Just make sure you got a good firm grasp on it, sir.
We won't take
Show,
anything.
make sure you got. Show me how strong you are. You look like a strong lad overall.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
sure
be
you got a
crazy
good
about it.
hold on it. All we're doing is turning around. If anything, my back's turned to you. You got a good strike to the back of my head. If anything.
He wraps his arm around the strap and kind of takes the strap in his elbow, and he says, "Go
Keep a
ahead.
good hold of it.
Talk to your
Keep it
colleagues. This
close.
is real dragon scale. Real dragon scale is worth 1 platinum."
I have any way to
Absolutely.
whisper to Corwin without this guy hearing?
You can certainly try.
Okay, I'm gonna try. What do I need to roll?
Give me a wisdom check.
Okay.
Okay.
12?
You
All right.
begin whispering to Corwin, and you're confident he cannot hear you, as he is really obsessed with the idea that his bag is worth 1 platinum. And at this point, he is muttering to himself about how he spent 1 platinum on this bag.
Really up with that idea. Okay. To whisper into corner to be like, look, this gig has gone on too long. We were saving Orb Weep here. We gotta get out of here.
Well,
Okay.
what I'm thinking, open the bag, see if he has a world pass, and then I'll just say it's real dragon scale. Say that we are wrong. Real dragon scale. Sorry about the inconvenience. Just let's check the bag.
Okay. You make friends with him. I don't like this guy. I'm gonna punch him.
But I don't think we need to go that far.
I'm
Okay.
gonna punch
Suddenly, you guys hear "Koosh!" You see his galley smashes his foot against the brick as he narrowly misses O'Flanagan's head in an attempt to kill him. You see O'Flanagan starting to look a little sweaty, and he tries rolling out of the way. Continue.
Uh, would it
Okay,
be
we need to
possible
move quick. Oh, wait, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I open his bag and try and find a world pass?
As your back is turned right now, no, but if you want to turn your attention back to him, you can try.
But so I have my back to him and I'm looking at the bag
Oh,
because he has a
okay.
hold of the strap underneath my arm
Mm-hmm.
and I have a hold of the bag with my back to him. Would it be
Okay.
possible to try and open the bag, see if I can find the world pass?
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
I feel like there's
Orweeb,
nobody else.
while Corwin is fumbling through this bag, you run a few aisles down. You're still hauling ass. To you, it feels like you're running 100 miles an hour, but to them, it's like you're kind of just taking a brisk walk. Um, you get a little ways down. The chairs around you become empty. There's not many people nearby. You're passing the body of the woman who was killed by the vampire. What are you up to?
Um, I kind of want to try my idea again.
And what's that?
Somebody else.
I want to try to find an unattended bag.
Okay, give me
Oh,
give me investigation.
All right. Damn.
shit, man.
A
I see
nice
it that time.
7.
A 7?
She knows there's bags in the room.
Okay. So you kind of look around trying to find a bag, and your attention's still focused on the fact that you're holding yours, and there was one about 100 feet behind you that Corwin and Des Moines are with right now. That's all you can recall from nearby bags.
Can I go like another seat section over and just kind of start like wandering around and looking?
So you just wanted to kind of just look around in general?
Yeah, for a bag specifically.
Okay. Give me another investigation.
Dope, 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 dope.
You're doing so good.
Um,
I am.
so was it an 11?
I didn't even see what it was at first.
It was an 11, right?
I rolled a 2.
No, she got
Okay.
3.
It's
Got a
like not
3.
popping up for me.
So let's point that out. It was a 3.
Okay, there we
And
go.
I
3. Okay, so yeah, you're looking as hard as you can, but you're kind of starting in between and under seats, and you're looking a little bit too intently at like every piece of dust, trying to see if a bag will magically pop up. Because to you that makes sense. Back to Corwin. You're starting to
Definitely.
fumble through the bag. You got a 10.
Yeah.
Um, you're kind of fumbling through it. There's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of knickknacks. You find an actual bottle of a mysterious liquid that kind of catches your eye. Beside that, you're not really finding a world pass. You kind of recall in general that these world passes are some of these rich folks' most precious items because it's their only way in and out of Ornsall, where a lot of them do their business dealings with other areas.
Okay. Um, can I take the bottle out?
don't do that.
I mean, yeah, if you want to pull it out, you can.
going to take it out, and is it possible to pop the cork? Is
To
it
show
a
you,
cork or is it?
it's a cork. So you pull out the bottle. You're kind of holding it close to your chest, hoping he's not noticing. You can still hear like the muttering. It's one gold piece, or one platinum piece, and you see a cork on it. Give me a intelligence. Actually, give me a dexterity check to see how well you're using your hands right now.
12.
12. Okay, so as you're wrapping your hand around this bottle with your existing wounds on your hands, you're kind of finding it increasingly difficult to maneuver this well with this bag. Um, the more this, you can see that Corwin is starting to wince from pain. You're not really sure why. You kind of look down with your passive perception. You can see like scars and burning singes on his hands, and they're kind of like crickling together as he's getting more difficult to move his fingers around. Corwin, you kind of with a flick of your thumb, you just pop the cork off, and you can get a whiff of this liquid inside. The smell is so strong that you can't pull a single thought out of your head of what it could be right off the bat. And as you pop the cork,
And
the muttering behind you, it's one platinum piece. It's one plat. There's no more muttering.
I'm gonna nudge Corwin and look at him and be like, and like, does he understand? You know, I'm just gonna look at him and be like, hey,
I'm going to leave it uncorked and just put the uncorked bottle back in the bag.
spill it.
So with the struggle of your hands when you popped off the cork actually went flying off because you flicked it off with your thumb.
That's fine.
Um,
That's fine.
so you gotta
Just
find the
put it back.
cork.
Oh no, I want it to spill in the bag.
Okay, so uncorked, right? So you put it back in the bag, and you kind of just let go of it.
I let go and see what he says.
Okay, you let go of the bag, and you turn around, and you see he's like frozen. No words, no more talking. He's just holding the bag like this, seeming to be just frozen in time. Like he's just looking at
I'm
you,
just
frozen.
I'm just gonna stop and look at him and be like, oh shit, you know, we were wrong. That is real dragon scale, down to the bone. It's crazy. You know what? Sometimes we make mistakes. Our friend had us caught up. We'd love to fix your bag, but we see that you're not interested. Let's go. And then I'm gonna grab Corwin and I'm gonna try to just not grab him, but just kind of persuade him to walk away with me.
It's a
Drink it.
pleasure meeting you and your
Drink,
one platinum bag.
drink
Drink.
No.
Drink it. You go through my
Drink.
bag. You take out my potion. You uncork it, take a whiff like it belongs to you. Drink the potion, or I summon the guards.
Yeah, I've
I'm
no
gonna.
proof that we did anything.
I am going to hold on. Wait, no, keep talking.
Let me see your ID.
And who are you to call for my ID?
Do you know what this mask represents?
Do you know what
Do you
my
have
mask
any idea?
represents?
Your mask represents that you're a tier 1 member of this foundation. This extended nose you see here means I'm tier 3. Do you know what that means?
Can I
It means
roll a
my
persuasion
family
check?
is part of the ancestors who helped found this event. And you go through my bag like you're some kind of worthy essence to be smuggling through and trying to steal my belongings, and you won't even drink the potion.
Can I roll a persuasion check?
Yes.
Persuade this guy into doing this. Okay. Come on, baby. Okay, 15?
What do you say?
I'm gonna look at him and be like, do you even know who we are? Do you even
Who are you?
understand the people standing in front of you?
He's just a tier 1. Who are you?
Just a... I don't need to explain myself to you. I brought my friend here as a tier 1 to enjoy the entertainment. I come up to you with the opportunity to fix your shitty bag. And you're gonna act like this to me? You don't even know who I am.
You're right. I
We
don't know who you
do.
are.
And it's none of your business. I'll summon the guards on you if you keep talking to me and my friends like that.
I'll summon the guards on you if you keep talking to me like
I'll
that.
summon the guards on you.
I'll summon them first.
Alright,
Also,
regardless of who's summoned, we came as tier 1s to mingle among you commoner folks.
I'm not a tier 1. He's a tier 1. My family started this castle, this business. I
You
have been
own
here
this
when this
castle?
town was birthed. And you speak to me that way.
You're
I'll
one
get
of
my
the
mother.
Beatrixes?
Okay, my mother.
Fuck the guards. You want to see who I can bring to you?
Who are you? What's your family name?
Flackagan.
Blackagan.
The Flackagans. The
The
Flackagans. And you
Flackagans.
wouldn't know. You wouldn't know who we are. We began this town. An ancient city.
You
We rose
began
this
the
town
Waterfall
from the
Citadel?
ground up. What?
You began the Waterfall Citadel? I find that hard to believe.
I bet you do. We don't make many appearances because we like to enjoy ourselves without the publicity. And I bring my friend here, a traveling bag merchant. I came from cities away to come back and enjoy my hometown, to enjoy my castle. Don't speak to me this way.
Give me another persuasion.
Okay, this better roll good or I'm gonna get fucked upon really fast.
Yeah, like
Fucked upon.
Oh shit! I got a 13.
He says, he kind of just pulls his bag away. I'm gonna go get the guards. And he kind of turns around, just storms off.
I'm gonna grab Corwin and say we need to go really fast the other direction.
absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna start trying to. I think I don't have a stealth. Okay, cool. We're just gonna try to like.
Down at the stadium, you pass the perception you guys see as you slowly turn around and begin to start taking off. You watch as O'Flanagan dodges a punch from Galley, leaps on top of him and wraps around his neck, and he starts trying to chokehold him while he's being flung around the stadium room by Galley.
I'm gonna look at Corwin and be like, all right, so we fucked this up, and we need to save the Birdman and go.
Agreed. I'm going to turn my jacket inside out, so it's a little bit harder for that fuckface to be able to identify us.
What am I wearing right now?
I believe you're wearing white robes, you have a hood, and you're wearing a purple mask. The nose is about medium length. So Corwin is
Okay.
like a human length nose. You're about this far out, and then the guy you were speaking to was about this far out.
Can I look around and see where Orbweeb is at?
Yes, give me an
I
investigation
roll for
check.
that. Okay.
We'll see what
You
Orweeb's
cool,
been
but I
up to.
just turn my jacket inside out and then put
Yep,
it on.
go ahead.
Yeah.
You reverse it, and it kind of becomes more of a gray brownish color. Investigation check 7. You look around, you have no idea where Orweeb went. Orweeb,
that
give
checks
me
out.
a
Okay.
intelligence check again.
What was that?
Intelligence.
I thought we learned that wasn't really my strong suit.
It's not mine either. Don't worry. None of us are that smart.
Hey,
Oh!
there we
Oh.
go.
All right.
17?
So Corwin and Des Moines, you're kind of walking back towards the body of the woman that you guys saw earlier, and you see Orbweeb just sitting there with like 3 bags in her lap, just chilling in the chair, waiting for you guys to return. She's all giddy, kicking her feet, like waiting for you guys to come back.
Oh my god. Okay.
What's up, guys?
So I'm
Look
gonna
what I
grab.
got.
Wait,
Well
what did you
done.
get? Oh god, great. Okay, I'm gonna grab her and be like, all right, we need to save the bird guy, and we need to find a new place to be in this castle before we get caught by the bad guys. Because we fucked up.
I didn't fuck up.
You started this.
And you guys continued it.
I might have an idea on how
I
to help
got bags.
the bird person.
Like, what's that?
What if someone got accidentally pushed into the stadium who just so happened to want to help O'Flanagan? So
Okay, my character wants to jump on that immediately.
so just a small little pushed by the edge and falls.
Can I run
ahead.
down near the stadium and just shove a guy in there? How far away?
So right now you guys are kind of you're about you're in the nosebleed area right now. So it's about 15, 20 rows of chairs down to the stadium area. And the stadium itself is a wall drop. The wall drop's about 12 feet.
Okay. How
How
much would
about
it
this?
take me to
If you guys want to go save the Birdman, I can get us all the passes.
Oh, I like it.
dope?
All right.
That's a great idea.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so how much would it take me to run down to the stadium?
Like how much what? Your walking speed?
Like, could I do that in like one turn? I mean, yeah, my
No.
walking speed is 30 feet.
No. It would take you about 2 turns to get all the way down there. Did you want to start
I could.
making your way?
Hmm?
You want to start making your way?
Yeah, I want to start making my way down
Okay. You're making your way
with
down.
Corwin.
Corwin, you're following suit.
Yep.
Okay. Orweeb, are you hanging out in the chair or are you following them?
I'm hanging out in the chair. I want to look through the bags that I obtained.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
13,
What was that?
16.
16? Okay, yeah, you start looking through them. You find like knickknacks, you find some empty bottles, some unused bottles. Uh, Through all of the bags, you actually manage to find one world pass. So you
Perfect. I'm
need,
gonna put that in the bag with the egg.
okay, you shove it in the bag and the egg left, and you guys have one more to get before you have obtained enough. Um,
Okay.
Currently, I believe you guys have, so technically you have three. Um, uh, Flanagan has none at the moment, so you could start heading out or you could stay. Choice is yours. As
Okay.
you're
I'm
thinking,
going to wait, whose turn is it?
we're not in turn mode right now.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure all of the bags. How many bags did I grab? Three, two or three?
You grab three.
I grabbed three. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to take two of the bags, the ones that I didn't find um a world pass in. I'm just gonna stuff them under the seat for now, and I'm gonna return the bag that I did find the world pass in to its owner and just say that I found it.
Okay, so as you're kind of stowing the bags away, suddenly you guys can hear what sounds like the closing of doors, just slam. Even down in the stadium area, it seems like the lights go off in the stadium area, and it's just you can't really see O'Flanagan or Gallia anymore, but you can hear what sounds like the sound of just absolute pummeling. Um, Suddenly, a voice comes over the intercom, and they say, "Ladies and gentlemen, our overlord and ruler has paid us a special visit to our special event today to commemorate our 10th gruesome event. I would like you all to give him your complete undivided attention as he will be taking his royal seat." Um, all the doors come to a close and a lock. You can see there's a guard at each door posted around the stadium. Um, you watch as the first one walking down the steps. He's wearing all black armor. He has this like cape draped around him. Um, his mask is like this metal black metallic mask. He has these white lenses on, and they almost seem like they're glowing with the light. You have no idea what he looks like underneath. He's covered head to toe in armor. He's walking down the steps, and then there's about two more guards wearing just silver chainmail. And then behind them, you see a man with a hood up, and he has his hand on a blade by his hip as he's following these three men down the steps. This grabs all of your attention from what you were doing. You all kind of come to a sudden stop, and you're looking over and you're seeing these four men walking down these steps. towards these royal
Huzzah.
seats that are close to the stadium fight.
I think it's time for us to get out of here.
Oh, right.
And
We need to
with
find
passive
our little
perception,
gal.
you are noticing that even all of the drunks, all the people who are partying and screaming and going crazy, they've all even become silent and they're firmly planted in their seats. A quick glance can tell you that you two are the only ones standing in the entire stadium.
Awesome. Can we find a seat really fast?
I'm just gonna
Anything
plop
there?
down. Just
All right, so you
Yeah,
see
I'm just
Corwin just
gonna
plops down
slam
on the
my ass in a
steps.
seat.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Duointhus
gonna sit
dives
down
for a
right next to
seat
him.
next to her. Corwin just jumps down on the steps and sits. Um, you watch as this man in all black armor comes to a seat, and he kind of waves his hand over to the hooded man. The hooded man comes around the black armored man, and he takes his seat. And then shortly after, the black armored man takes a seat next to him as well. And you can see the black armored man almost looks like he's on edge, constantly looking around for people who might be trying to do something they shouldn't be.
Are they near us?
They're about 150 feet away, all the way down by the stadium and
All
the
right.
best seats. Um,
Dope.
like I was saying,
And all the
passive
doors are closed.
perception will show you that each door has been blockaded. No one can enter or leave without being run into by a guard.
I think we're in a bit of a pinch.
Pickle, if you will.
Yeah, a bit of a pickle.
Or we, as you were attempting to stow your bags under the seats and try to return it to the man, all of the lights in the stadium have dimmed, and you see these figures kind of walking down the steps. You don't really feel that intimidated. All this is very new to you. You think this might be some kind of fun special promo for the event. You're not really sure. You're kind of
Hey, there
fascinated by
he
it
is.
though.
Oh,
You do see a man draped in all black armor with glowing white lenses. You feel kind of intrigued by that, as you've never seen what seems to be just a walking robot. Um, what do you want to do?
Um, am I close to where I found that bag?
right
You're
here.
like 50 feet away.
Okay, so am I closer to the seats that I was in?
You're closer to the dead body. Yes.
Okay. I'll just go back to I'm just gonna set the bag down, um, where no one really sees me set it down,
Hmm.
kind of in the back or something,
Which
and then
bag?
I'm gonna go back to my seat and just kind of observe
The bag you wanted to return?
the bag that I wanted to return. Yeah.
Okay. You kind of duck under the seats and you kind of see like a little like leg that leads to the actual chair. And you kind of just firmly put the bag by that leg. You quickly turn around and start kind of like jogging back down over to the seats you guys were originally in, near the dead body and the nosebleeds. You're pretty far away
All right.
from these mysterious figures that came into the stadium. You're not really worried about being particularly sought out, but you are pretty content with the idea that you obtained a world pass before this started happening. As you're taking your seat, Corwin slumps down on the steps, and Demointhus kind of just sits in the chair next to him. Um, the lights in the stadium slowly start to come back on, and you can see what looks like Galley just absolutely towering over O'Flanagan, and O'Flanagan's like raising his hands up, trying to like prevent him from punching him in the head again. Galley is going to smack him. Galley
Ow.
actually kind of just does a swipe, and he seems to be getting a little tired. And Corwin kind of just flinches. Not Corwin. Flanagan kind of just flinches.
Like the
Uh,
fuck I do.
You're like, ah.
yeah, Flanagan tries to swipe again at Galley, but nothing. The hooded man kind of seems to be unamused, as he's very stoic where he's sitting. What do you guys want to do?
How far
Can
are
I
we
make
from the edge of the stadium now?
You
Like
two are
halfway
about
there, right?
30 feet away. Yeah.
Cool.
The position of the
how far am
mysterious
I
men is about
from
100 feet from you.
sorry.
Yeah.
How far am I from Des Moines and Corwin?
You are about 60-ish feet away.
God damn it.
Okay, I'm just gonna continue letting them do their thing.
Okay. Corwin, was there something you wanted to
Um,
do?
I'm gonna whisper to Corwin and be like, hey, do you think either of us could crawl down to the stage? We need to get to a Flanagan.
Pass.
How stealthy are you, little man?
Who are you calling little? Anyways, I, I don't like being seen, so I think I can do an alright job.
So you
As
need
you
to
guys are
sneak your way
discussing,
down.
you can hear like the pitter patter of someone rushing down the steps, and it's not near you, but it's the only person moving in the entire stadium. As I just, you look over to where the steps are at, and you see them kind of skipping down towards the hooded man and the armored man. And it was the man that was holding the bag that you guys encountered earlier. He kind of comes down
God damn it.
next to the armored man, and he kneels, and he just starts kind of muttering to him. And the muttering is so quiet in the entire stadium, besides the punching between Galley and O'Flanagan. It's almost like the muttering echoes, but nobody can really kind of figure out what he's saying. The armored man kind of leans in as he's nodding his head, and he kind of brings up his hand and he waves his hand like this, and suddenly all the doors open and a pile of guards just start like trooping into the stadium. It's all of the guards that have been guarding the event. They're kind of all filtering in, and you see as they start to slowly grab each rich guy, rich gal, whoever. They kind of start just filling them up, looking for items, and they all seem content with it. This is routine for them. They're like they just put their hands up and they just
Pat him down.
and it's
Okay.
everyone's getting patted down. As the last guards filter in, the doors come to a close, and the guards that were originally standing there watching the doorways, they're still planted firmly.
Are they coming near us to pat us down?
You can kind of see there right now they're starting out in the nosebleeds.
Okay.
Alright, we need to get this plan underway.
On the road.
Real quick, can I investigate my world pass to see what's on it?
The what?
Because I have no idea what these things look like. The world pass.
Yeah.
I just want to look at it and like see like does it have someone else's name on it, anything
Sure.
like that,
Give
or
me just
what is on it
give me an
exactly.
investigation check. It's not that high of a DC.
13,
13?
Okay.
14.
14.
Oh.
Okay. So you kind of look at the ID, and you can see a picture. The picture is of a woman. She's smiling, looks cheerful. She has long black hair. The name next to it is in a language you can't really make out. It has like a home address, you know. It has this big sigil stamped onto the actual ID, and it's almost reflective. Like if you were to like go like this with the ID, you would kind of see it kind of shimmer in the light. Even if there's not that much light in the stadium, it still seems to shimmer. Um,
Can I fold it back up as soon as I realize that it has like someone else's name on it? Can I just fold it back up and like stuff it in like my pants and shirt,
yeah,
like in the front?
yeah. So you kind of take the world pass and you start to shoving it down your pants. You kind of put your shirt over it. Um, the world pass is kind of like just angled. It's like your pants end here. Your shirt kind of drapes over it like that, and it's kind of just on your belly button almost. Um,
Perfect.
anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna sit back down. I'm gonna actually separate myself from the two suspicious bags under my seat and the dead body,
You
and
okay? You're gonna
make
separate
my
yourself.
way to like
Good
find
idea.
some other seats.
Okay, so you kind of jump out of your chair. You look around, and you start just kind of trying to get at least 5 or 6 chairs away from what was happening, more if possible. You
Yeah.
start kind of making your way to it. Des Moines, what's your move?
All right, me and Corwin were chatting about him crawling down to the stadium, so I'm going to continue that talk.
Right, okay.
Um, okay, I need you to start heading towards the stadium without being caught because they're searching people and we shouldn't be here. We need to get O'Flanagan.
Right, okay.
Stealth it up, sister.
16.
Okay.
Okay, you kind of watch as Corwin kind of just seems to swarm down onto the floor, and he is prone, like he is almost like paper thin almost, and he's kind of just slowly army crawling down these steps, and you're pretty sure no one else can see him
Okay.
or is
Hold on
paying
real quick.
mind to him.
Can we run for a bathroom break real fast?
Yeah, that's actually a good time. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll say let's say 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, quick
Sounds
break.
good.
All right.
We'll be back in a bit, guys.
Be
10
right back,
minutes.
y'all.
I know, for real.
All right, break's about wrapping up. I'll give Preston a few more minutes. Oh, there he is. All right.
Right now, I'm
So,
watching Tanya.
um, I heard we want a rundown of another rundown of characters and powers and stuff. So let's go into like race, maybe maybe a little backstory. Don't reveal too much if you don't want to. Uh, some powers, your favorite spells, things like that if you have any. Uh, I mean, I'll start with the current party NPC. His name is O'Flanagan. He is an Arakakra. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I hope I am.
You are.
I am sweet. He is a rogue assassin. Uh, he kind of hails from the underground. He's very brutish. He's kind of a dick. Uh, he prioritizes money and his own goals, and a big part of his playthrough right now is that he actually saved the party from a jail cell that they ended up in the Waterfall Citadel, and they told him they needed passes to get out of the Waterfall Citadel to help deliver the egg to where they planned to. So they decided to break into this whole event that's happening. Basically, the event is a bunch of rich folk, the higher secret society of Urunsal being the realm we're playing in. Um, it has a bunch of higher ups, secret society, where they all kind of watch uh those in poverty fight for money and even to the death, and they all kind of get their licks off watching. It's like a big event for them, like Mardi Gras. It's like instead of watching a parade, they like watching those without money kill each other for money because they have a lot of it. Um, that's basically a lot about O'Flanagan. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. Um, so Corwin comes from Eagle Crest, which is one of the southern areas of the world we're playing in. His father was human, his mother was elf. They owned a little shop in Eagle's Crest. His dad was one of the more renowned artificers in the world. So a lot of people would come to that little area. Corwin kind of had a easier time of childhood for the most part until his mother somehow disappeared, and then his dad got super sick, and Corwin got tricked into getting all these abilities to try and save his dying father. And so he got a pack of the Great Old One, who's constantly in his head. But Corwin was never really that great looking of a person. And when he got tricked, it got worse. Corwin is really hard to look at. And when he finally got done with the Great Old One getting into his head and bestowing the champion status upon him, he ran back to his father. His father was dead. He got uh, put on for murder and got ran out of the Eagle Crest. And upon that, they also flogged him as he was running out, and he was actually caught on fire, which then brought upon a large fear of fire that you guys will see later on through this. That Corwin wants nothing to do with fire. Fire freaks him out. He's also scarred. His legs are scorched. His hands and arms from trying to pat out the fire, and along with that, his face is atrocious to look at. So he tries to stay out of society because one, he's never really accepted, and two, now he's marked for murder. Now, that's a little bit of a insight to the life of Corwin.
Sweet. I like it. Uh,
Somebody in the comments said, I once put my finger in a lighter starter of a car. I wouldn't recommend continuing that.
uh, Annika, do you want to go on a little bit on
Yeah,
Demoitis?
so Demointhus. So Demointhus is a tiefling bard who grew up in I pulled up my backstory here. So he grew up in a circus family, the Circus Night Ventures. He was forced into the freak show of the circus. So he dealt with a lot of mutilation and abuse while he was with his family. They just put him through a lot. So my character himself, he's missing one of his horns. He's kind of scarred up, a little disfigured, and just kind of scarred up in the face and his arms from general just neglect and abuse. Um, and his family was also they were really horrible people, and so he fled from them to advance in a better life. Someone said that's hot. Um, I'm like reading the chat as I'm talking.
Honestly, I wouldn't read into the chat too much. They're gonna get in your head.
I know, just it was funny.
It's funny.
Um, yeah, so his parents threatened him if he ever left that he would be brought into their crimes as in what's the word? Like an accomplice, and that
Yep.
they would murder him if he ever left for everything that he knew, so he fled for a better life from the circus.
All
So
right.
that is his life now. He is on the run, and he is really good at playing the lute. Learned that on his own time.
And we actually did see the Night Venture Circus rounding up those in poverty for these fights before you guys got into this mansion to watch these fights. Uh,
It just
so that's a little bit of a backstory being involved in the
he's
present day.
and with his fears and kind of his flaws, he's very jumpy and very fighty due to his past. So he's really eager to jump into fights and be protective and be angry. He also has a fear of swimming, just from past things. So he's very jumpy, very flighty, very aggressive.
Yeah, I like it. Natanya?
So I have Orbweeb, a half-elf cleric, who was traveling with her family when she was a little wee baby, and because she was so tiny, she fell off the wagon and they forgot about her. So she kind of grew up in the woods, did not know where she was from, and befriended a not necessarily befriended, but the forest goddess Maliki, I think that's how you pronounce it. Kind of took her in and showed her how to live and communicate with animals and feed herself. And eventually, there was a nearby town where she kind of over time gained the courage to wander into and learn more about like the common language and all that kind of stuff, and how to just kind of be a not necessarily like kind of like a person, um, but because of her background, she's able to kind of hear animals and bugs and just wildlife and nature. And there was I believe, I don't have my backstory in front of me, but I believe it was a some sort of entrapment for bugs, and she released them all in this town. Um, and because of that, she had to leave. And sorry, I keep getting text messages.
You're okay.
She had to leave and kind of run off and find her own place to live because she couldn't stay there anymore. So she's just been wandering, trying to find a home and find people that she can trust. She's a little gullible, can't really gauge how much to trust people, not to trust them. Um, and she's very sneaky and really in tune with animals.
Whoa. What happened to
Oh,
the camera?
Is that my screen just
Oh,
absolutely losing its mind?
wow.
God.
yeah.
That was terrifying.
Jeez. That was
Um,
terrifying.
The
You shouldn't have
ghost in the
shared all that.
machine.
It's Orbweeb.
it's Orweave. Stop talking about me.
He's haunting my phone. Stop talking about me.
Um, okay, yeah, I think that about sums it up. Um, so we were the armored man and the hooded man took their seats. Some guards blocking every exit. People are getting patted down. The most of the people are okay with this idea. A lot of them have their hands up. They're just ready to be investigated. And yes, we will start with Corwin. Corwin, you were army crawling down the steps, trying to get to the stadium. At the stadium, you can see. Let's see how O'Flanagan is holding up. O'Flanagan's doing okay.
Poorly.
He
Good.
um he so I said Corwin, didn't I?
You said
No,
Flanagan.
you did.
Oh, I didn't? Okay.
Flanagan.
So, O'Flanagan he's holding up. He's still being battered around. He's trying his best to fight back, but the galley is just so huge. He's like 7'5". He's a massive, massive guy. Um, he's still just battering O'Flanagan around like a baby. What are you doing, Corwin?
Um, Still trying to make my way down there. Am I at the edge now? Can I kind of like look over?
You're about 10 feet away from the edge. Right now, you're kind of passing the linear side of where the hooded and armored men are. So they're sitting here. You're kind of just starting to pass where they're at,
Okay.
army crawling.
All right, I'm gonna keep uh going past. Are there still people? There's people that like sit at the very edge. So there's a wall. Are there people like sitting on the very edge there?
A
Like so
couple
they
feet
can look
away.
over.
hmm
Okay.
So the way the royal seats are placed is that they're not at the edge, but they're higher up than the rest of the seats. So they're having like a point down view of the fight, while the other royalty, like the higher ups, they're on the wall's edge, but like their head is like this much higher, so they're like being able to look over like that. While the armored hood
Okay.
man are like this high, and they can see directly down into the fight.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna make my way to. Can I clarify something real quick? Out of character, just so I don't mess this up.
Yeah.
Annika, I was pushing someone over. Corwin's not
Yes.
going in.
No, you're
Okay.
pushing someone into
All
the.
right.
No, you'll die.
I was like, he's gonna rethink that. But actually, I don't want to do this.
I kind of thought you
Like,
were just
never
gonna jump
mind.
in. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, he's gonna jump in. I mean, okay.
That wouldn't be him. Like,
Corwin's
no.
not
Yeah,
jumping
like
in.
that's
Okay.
all right.
All right. I'm gonna get to the edge, and then can I do a investigation to kind of see who looks the lightest?
Yeah.
Where
Go
the
ahead.
skinny bitches at?
where them skinny bitches at?
Them anemic bitches, you know.
A
Low
6.
on iron. All right.
Okay.
You have no
You kind of look around, and a lot of people are wearing robes and a lot of just really extravagant, elegant wear that a lot of them are able to conceal their body size, and some of them even their race.
All right, I'm gonna pick one. Can I try to engage into a quick little conversation with just the person to my immediate right?
Yeah. So you kind of turn over. You see
You're
this guy.
crawling
He's
on the ground though.
yeah.
I'm just
You
gonna
are.
appear.
Yep. So he's wearing like
Boo.
these black robes. He has a like he's actually gonna have a green mask and black robes. The green mask has a nose. It's about medium's wavelength, and he's kind of looking at the fight, and he just hears psst, psst, looks over, sees you. What do you say?
Good sir, if you could stand up, just real. I dropped my wife's ring, but I was looking at it. I was trying to figure out something else. She dropped it. I think it rolled down this way. If you could just stand up real quick, I think it might have rolled underneath your seat. I'd be really awkward if you're sitting there while I'm doing this.
He kind of
Be a
is
huge
listening to
help.
what you're saying, and he seems to be comprehending it. And then as you're speaking it, you hear a voice out somewhere else in the stadium, and it sounds like a woman. She's like, "Get off me! I don't have anything!" And you're watching as a guard literally lifts her up, and he throws her down. and they start dragging her out of the stadium. And he looks over and he's like,
We
"Ooh, I can't help you, mate."
All right. Do you mind if I just kind of squeeze by you, or if you could just lean over real quick and see if do you see a ring?
Mate, do
It's
you
my
you
wife's
re-
ring.
you realize they are investigating us? I can't just have you squeeze in to this little area. They're gonna if they see you walking around, think I'm with you. They're gonna think I'm an accomplice to whatever situation you got going on here. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm sorry your
Oh
wife's
yeah.
ring is missing, but this is. I don't know if you understand the situation you're in right now, good sir, but I can see you're a tier one, so maybe you're new to this whole kind of event thing we got going on here. But if they see people moving around a little bit too much, they're going to think something suspicious, and they're going to come over to us and investigate us real quick. And typically, they aren't very favorable if you're kind of getting in the way of this little investigation process we got going on here.
I totally understand. There'll be a bigger situation if I don't get my ring back to my wife, though. Are you married?
I'm not good, sir.
All right. Let me give you a piece of advice. If you get married or you lose your wife's ring, you want to get it back quickly, or you'll not be staying in that house with your wife anymore, or with your significant other if you happen to bend or swing that direction. Either way, lost possessions can be quite difficult. All I need quickly just if and their packs are turned currently as they're taking that person away, it's going to take me 2 seconds. Just stand up. You can even watch while I'm doing it.
Pally,
I
Pally,
just need to.
let me tell you something real quick. Those two royalties over there and those big high chairs, the
Right.
one wearing the hood, do you have any idea who that is?
Oh, I can't say I do.
That is our king. And if he has any suspicion that I'm up to no good, he could have my family killed overnight. I'm sorry, good sir. I want to trust you, but if I, just in case you aren't who you might be saying you are, and he thinks I'm an accomplice to you, he will kill my children.
Oh, I don't want that.
There's a good
All
reason
right.
here why everyone's asses are firmly planted in every seat you got going on here. You and the guards are about the only ones standing right now.
All right. So if I just sit right here real quick, do you mind if I look under your seat? Like I'm just gonna sit down, and I'm just going to put my hand. As Are you all right with that?
You see, he kind of
Be
he's kind
really
of
quick.
looking around and he looks a little panicked and on edge, and he seems like he genuinely wants to help you, and he's kind of just like, ah, give me a persuasion.
21.
He says, "Can you make it quick?
Oh,
I mean quick, speed lightning.
I like this countryman
Can
we
you?"
have.
Are you standing up so I can check, or do you want me to sit down and look?
I gotta keep my ass planted on this seat, good sir.
I understand. All right.
Make it
I'm
quick.
just gonna. Yeah. All right.
Okay,
I'll sit down and I'll
give me an investigation. Actually, give me performance.
performance.
You're looking around for a
21.
fake. You're looking around for
The
a fake one,
fucking
right?
7.
What's your goal
Um.
here?
What was that?
What's your goal here?
Well, my goal is actually if I was going to sit is so the walls here, his feet are covered, and I'm gonna be
Mhm.
underneath. Can I
You're
have
pretending to
someone
look for a
compel me?
ring, right?
Can I what?
You're pretending to look for a ring, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be a performance check. Um, you're kind of like just fumbling your hands, as you're kind of like trying to look under the seat and you kind of fumble around for a ring. Um, your hands are really starting to cramp up from the injuries, and you're finding it harder and harder to even go like this as they start just kind of locking up as you try to like close them and open them again.
Uh, can I do a quick composure to see if something happens with the hands? Like if something like from the pain, like whether it be a cramp or if I roll super bad, like a spell, just
Yeah, give
from
me
that. I have a composure. I made a skill for composure. It's a charisma based.
what's the skill? What's the mod?
It's with So in there you can do skills, like you click on the little gear at the bottom, you can do custom skills. And so I gave Corwin a composure one.
Okay. Was it based off of charisma?
His charisma to try and
Sure.
keep face.
Yeah, go for it. I like it.
Fucking AS7.
Okay, so as
We're
you
not
are
keeping face.
fumbling under the seat, you actually start wincing, going ah, as you're trying to like keep your hands moving. And this gentleman is like, "Sir, what are you doing down there? I can hear you moaning and groaning. What is this, a kink?"
A kink in my hand. Sorry, old injuries.
"Sir, you need to hurry up. I can't have you under my seat all day."
I'm sorry, terribly sorry.
Shove him.
Um, Corwin will stand up and be like, sorry for the confusion and sorry for what happens next. He'll try and grab him by the shoulders and just kind of like quickly shove him over as he stands up and just.
Okay,
You
give
better
me
roll so good.
I
Give-
know.
give me a strength check. Give me a strength check.
Come on, baby. Nat 20. Let's go. Let's
Oh.
go.
Okay. All right. So describe to me exactly how you're doing it.
So he's gonna be sitting down and kind of like grab his hand, like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry, for this." Like quickly stand up and with the momentum of standing up, grabs onto his shoulders and just kind of pushes him over, and then puts himself into the seat next to him. As he lifts him, puts him over the edge, and then sits down in that man's seat.
Okay, so you kind of lift him up and push him over the next seat. He's literally sitting in the lap of another person next to him, and you kind of take a seat. You sit down. You kind of look over him. And you kind of look a little bit apologetic, and he's looking at you like he's
You
speechless.
didn't throw him over?
Was he not over the wall?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're
Yeah,
throwing
you
him over the
threw
wall.
over the wall.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. My bad. My bad.
I was like, no,
Okay,
no.
so
I
you
was like,
grab
"Oh,
him.
shit, this was not what I wanted."
You grab him, and he's like, "Good sir, what do you?" And then you just throw him over the edge, and he watch as his legs rack the side of the wall. He flips, and let's see how he does on the fall. Okay, so he racks his feet on the wall edge, flips, smacks his head, and then hits the ground on his back. And you can see Galley with his fist up, ready to pummel Flanagan even further. Kind of looks over and he sees the man in the stadium, and Galley's like, "What the hell?" And then he just kind of starts scrambling to get to his feet, and he's like, "What's going on? I didn't mean to come down here. It was an accident. I was assaulted. I was assaulted." And he starts just yelling at the top of his lungs. Demointis, what are you doing?
Is anybody reacting to this?
Yeah, the whole
Like, are
arena is
people
starting
like,
to
oh,
kind of.
everyone's like freaking
Everyone's starting to erupt in a frenzy and a panic because now they think they're going to be suspicion of royalty, so everyone's starting to freak out.
Okay. Is anybody like standing up in that commotion, like freaking out?
Oh yeah, a lot of
Okay,
people are standing or about to stand.
And okay, can I see either Orweeb or Corwin?
Give me investigation.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. 11?
11. Okay. Let me. So if you're looking around, you can see Corwin, but he's starting to kind of like fade into the crowd as he's trying to kind of disperse himself away from what he just did to not be seen. Orbweeb, you have absolutely no idea. As you're trying to look around, Orbweeb, you're watching as suddenly a man gets thrown into the stadium, and everyone in front of you, mostly because you're behind everyone, is standing up and trying to like put their hands up and saying it wasn't them and all this stuff. What are you doing?
Remain seated.
Remain seated. Okay. Corwin.
Remain seated.
I'm just gonna. Can I just look around and be like, oh my god, who did this? This is insane. Like, just kind of like act
Give me a
like
performance.
everyone else. Performance? Oh, I got
Yep.
that. We got an 18.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I can performance my ass off.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah, you Corwin, you actually see Demointis start going, "What the hell is happening? Oh my god!" And you're like, you're almost convinced yourself that she didn't know what you were planning to do, and start to question if that's what she wanted you to do, or he wanted you to do.
Wait. Was
Can I look at him and just be like, is that okay? Yeah, just it's just a little.
Yeah, Demointis kind of just gives you a thumbs up from his chest and kind of shows you that. um, okay, so people are suddenly the guards are like sporadically searching people. A ton of people are being taken down, put on the ground, being arrested, being drug out. They're slowly getting closer and closer to you. Orbweeb. A guard actually comes up to you personally. He is covered in silver chainmail. He's wearing a silver helmet. You can barely see his face as like the helmet kind of comes down like this and drapes over his nose and mouth. Uh, he walks up to you and he's like, young halfling, what is your business here?
Yes.
Show me ID.
My ID?
Your ID.
My parents have it.
Where are they?
I don't know. I lost them a while ago in the commotion.
What are your parents doing bringing someone of your age here? How old are you?
14?
You realize this event is strictly adults only, correct?
I don't know. I was just brought here.
That's not very good on your parents, if you have any.
I agree. They're not great.
Give me a deception check.
Alright. I gotta find it. Deception. That's my biggest modifier. 21.
Okay.
Oh, you decepted
Okay.
him.
Um,
Decepted
Consider
the
him
fuck out of
decepted.
what do you say in particular? Continuing.
I said exactly what I said. I
Well,
don't
like,
know where they went. They were
furthermore.
lost in the commotion.
All right. He kind of
Huh?
looks down at you and he's like, well, do you need help finding your parents?
If I do, I'll come get one of you guys. Is that okay?
Absolutely. If
I
you need
figured
help
I'd
finding
let things calm down first.
if you need help finding us, I'm Sir Roderick. Feel free. I'll be posted by the doorways if you need help finding your parents, or if you have any questions about the proceedings. I suggest you just stay here, planted. They will be keeping an eye on you just to make sure we don't have any scoundrels trying to walk away with a child. Um, please just stay still. And you see, he kind of just like strolls away and kind of starts jogging down the steps, helping his other squad mates detain individuals. Corwin.
Okay, I'm just to say thank you.
Okay. Corwin, what are you up
People
to?
pleasering you.
I'm slowly trying to make my way back to Des Moines, like just kind of like moving with the crowd.
All right. As you're trying to make your way to Mointis, you're watching as the Mointis is kind of fading from your view as people are all getting up and trying to filter, and the guards are actually coming into contact with your crowd. And to your left, you hear bam, and you watch someone just hits the ground as a knight just stands over him, and he's like, "How dare you talk back to me!" And he starts just wailing on this rich guy who's just on the ground, beating him to a pulp. You're watching as this is
What
almost turning
the?
into a riot as the guards are starting to pummel down all of the rich folk who seem to be panic and trying to, and freaking out. What do you want to do?
Just everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine, and just keep going.
Give me a composure. Give me composure on disadvantage.
Fuck, I was a 19 too.
Ah.
Well,
Okay.
all right, so 19.
All right. So 19. You're actually surprisingly enough, this is kind of giving you PTSD of what happened in your village way back when.
Mm-hmm.
But you're actually keeping yourself together because the mission is more important to you than what's going on up in here.
He's sweating bullets right now.
Yeah,
He's
you're
just
sweating bullets, but so is everybody else.
Sweat.
You kind of start to filter the crowd. You have completely lost view of Des Moines. You can't see him.
I'm gonna try and head to the nearest exit.
The nearest exit. Okay. If you're following kind of a crowd of people being led by guards towards the door, and you're making your way slowly but surely to that door.
Cool.
Des Moines, what's the move?
Are there any guards near me? Oh wait, that
Um,
guard that went up to Orbweave, how far is he away from me?
Fairly far away. You're about 80 feet away from Morweeb.
Okay.
But
Okay.
at least the last
Um,
position you remember Orweeb being in.
okay. Okay. I'm gonna run up to a guard. Oh, I wouldn't know that. Damn, never mind. Gonna run up and be like, "Where's my child?" But I don't know if that happened.
Yeah, you don't know about that.
Um, I'm just gonna, with the commotion, try to just like look as clueless as possible and just kind of try to run towards an exit. Just be like, "Oh my god!" Like in the commotion.
Okay. You turn and you start to run towards an exit, and you kind of get met with a crowd that are all piling towards an exit. Do you want to try to maneuver through them or just move along with them?
Move along with them so it doesn't look suspicious.
Okay. You're moving along with them, and you're kind of just filtering in. You're watching as guards, people are getting towards the doors, and you're seeing it every so often. You're watching as people are being just detained one by one. Not every single person, but like one in every three. They get drug away.
Hmm.
They keep people filtering out, and you're watching as they get closer to the exits. Give me both of Des Moines and Corwin. Give me a passive perception check.
Passive perception is 10.
Actually, sorry,
11.
just give me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
16.
16, 18.
18.
All right, as you're filtering with the crowd, you kind of just barely see Orbweeb sitting ass firmly planted in the chair, kind of just looking pleasant and content, like unpanicked by the situation.
All right.
Orbweeb, give me a perception check as well.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay,
I was getting something set up. It's kind of like a note taking thing.
you're good. Notes are nice.
Notes
They
are nice.
sure are. And I don't remember things. Okay. Am I rolling? I'm sorry. Perception?
Yes. Ooh,
It
yeah,
was
you don't notice them
almost an
at all.
18.
You don't notice them at
All
all.
right.
Um,
Luckily, we notice her.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
you guys
At
do
least
see
someone knows
Orbweeb.
where I am.
The crowd is pretty strong. It's kind of hard to get away from the position you're in. It's almost like there's one in front of you, one to each side, one to these sides, and two behind. Like you're all like hexagoning through this crowd together. Um, what do you two want to do about Orkweeb?
Can
I'm gonna try and make my way over
Yeah, me
towards
too.
Orweave. I don't know where Des Moines is, but I know where Orweave is, so at least meet
Yeah,
up with
I'm gonna
one
try to
Do
person.
head
you?
towards Ortweeb.
Okay, so Corwin, are you powering through these people?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. So you're trying to filter yourself through?
Yeah, just kind of going with the crowd, just kind of bouncing back and forth between them. And just
Give
making my
me
way over.
a dexterity check.
18.
18. Okay. So you kind of start to you watching. Yeah, well, actually, Demontis, you can't see Carwin, but Carwin, you kind of bounce around the crowd a little bit until you just barely get out of the crowd, out of the line. You almost fall over doing so, and you are now within eyesight of Orbweeb with no one in between you. Demontis, give me a dexterity check.
Okay. Ah.
You, not as much. You try filtering out, but people just kind of shoulder you back to your position as everyone's starting to get a little angry at the situation because they probably paid a lot of money to be here. Um, so you kind of get
Oh
stuck
boy.
in the position you're in. As you
All
are, you
right.
slowly get dragged closer and closer to the door, and about two people in front of you, you see there's a group of guards, like 5 or 6. They, as each singular person gets to the doorway, they say, "ID." They pull it out. Move along. Next person comes by. ID.
Can I?
Move
I
along.
want to rip off the mask. I have a mask on, right?
Yeah.
Can I take my mask off before I go up to the guards?
Yeah. So right now, one more person gets walked through, and now you're walking up. As you're walking up, take your mask off.
Is there any way for me to stealthily do that? Can I roll for that?
Give me a sleight of hand.
Okay. I got a
9.
9.
So as you're walking up, he says, "Move along." He looks back over to you and he watches you go and you take off your mask and kind of put it by your side. He says, "ID."
I'm gonna run up to him holding the mask and be like, "Oh my god, somebody just stole my mask and I just grabbed this one off the ground. I don't know where it came from and I'm a tier level 3 and my stuff was stolen and my bag was emptied and I don't know what's going on."
You see, he doesn't say a single word,
And
and
then
he's
just
like,
like,
he snaps his fingers, and two of the guards grab you. Let's see how firm this one guy's grip is. Yeah, 16
all right, all right.
and a 17. So they both grab you by your arms and they kind of restrain you. And he says, "With all respect, we do have to detain you. Please be patient. We will get you situated and we'll get you a new ID issued to you as
And
soon
I
as
just
possible."
start just like wailing and crying and be like, "I can't believe the state of this place that it's come into. I just came here for a show," and just
Yeah, so you
really
start
just
just like,
spaz it out. Just
you're not really trying to
I,
break free, but like you're just kind of
yeah,
wailing and crying and bitching about the situation. And you kind of notice as you're
yeah,
putting
just like
on the show, a lot of other people are doing the exact same thing. So the guard seems almost immune to the whole idea of the show you're putting on here.
yeah.
They start they
I'm trying to fit in.
Yep, exactly. They detain you, they cuff you, and they kind of bring you off to a different area. Orbweeb. The arena is slowly being
What's
filtered
up?
out. What do you want to do?
What's the arena? Sorry, you cut out.
Oh, the arena is being filtered out. Most people are not in the area you're in right now. They're all in lines on the stairs. You have not seen Des Moines. You have not seen Corwin. You're all alone. You can see one guard in
Do I
particular at the
see
doorway is keeping an eye on you.
Sir Roderick?
You do see Sir Roderick. Roderick is the one that is at the doorway watching you intently.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna go up to him and say, since everyone's leaving, I should probably like meet my parents, like get out of here and meet my parents like outside,
He kind of looks. Do you walk
since
over
they're
to him to say
filtering
that?
everyone out anyway.
Are you walking
I
over
said
to him to
since
say
they're
that?
filtering everyone out. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So as you walk over to him, he kind of comes down over to you. He seems particularly invested in your situation over what's happening over here as he trusts his squad mates to handle this. He kind of kneels down. He's like, "I'm sorry your parents seem to abandon you, but unfortunately we cannot let you leave without a thorough investigation taking place because this could be a situation of bad parenting. We could have to get law enforcement involved. I will bring you to an office. You will be safe there, and we will contact authorities to have you brought to a safe location. Just wait this out
Can
for a moment, and we will get this handled." You see, as he's saying that, he actually reaches down and grabs you by the wrist, and he holds you tightly.
does any
Um,
can me or Corwin see her now that she's like up by a door?
I knew she was there.
yeah. So
Oh yeah,
as
you knew
Corwin
she
was
was there.
walking over to her, she actually just still not seeing Corwin. She just jumped the seats and ran over to Roderick, and that's where Corwin is seeing Roderick grip her by the wrist.
Do
Corwin,
I see Corwin
No.
you have not seen
now?
Corwin, no.
I
Corwin,
haven't seen him yet.
no.
Can I try looking around for him?
No.
Like now I'm intentionally trying to look for someone I know.
Yeah. After he's grabbed your wrist, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Give me an investigation check. Corwin, what do you want to do?
After seeing a guard just grab Orbweave, I'm gonna kind of make my way over there.
Or Weeb, you still have
I rolled
not
an
seen Corwin. Um,
All right.
so Corwin, you make your way over to her.
I walk up and like, was something happen?
Pay no mind, sir. We are currently waiting on an official party to handle the situation going on here. I recommend you rejoin that line and get your ID checked.
Right. My compatriot here. Is there any way?
Did he just walk up to me and Sir Roderick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you know Corwin's
Oh,
there.
so my goal can I was sorry, I guess this might be too late now, but if he had walked up, or if I saw him, I was gonna say like, oh, that's like a family friend situation. But is it too late to do anything like that?
No. So as Corwin
I got
walks
a
up
little
and he
confused.
mentions a compatriot, and you kind of chime in and you say, "Oh, this is a family friend." And Roderick kind of looks down at you and he's like, "I understand that. Unfortunately, I cannot release you into his custody until his ID has been checked, and we understand the situation fully here. We take the situation of missing children very seriously in Soul, especially in the Waterfall
Oh,
Citadel. So,
absolutely. I completely under. Is there any way that um I can stay? Just cause I'd feel more comfortable being with her just because I don't know the rest of the people here, and nothing against you. I'm sure you're doing your job, but if there's any way I could just stand here and we could check my ID when the time comes. But I'd like to stay here if possible, just to make sure that nothing happens to her. Not that I don't trust you. It's just make me feel better, more comfortable, especially with the situation going on. Some bloke got thrown into the fight, and I don't know what's going on. So just trying to keep a calm head, and this kind of helps knowing that at least I know where she's at.
give me a deception check or persuasion. Up to you.
Uh, got a 12 for deception.
Okay. And persuasion.
And to persuade.
Better than that. Come on.
10.
10.
All right.
Okay. Um, uh,
You are not convincing.
so as you get to the point where you mentioned that some bloke got thrown over the edge, he kind of looks at you and he's like, "It was you, wasn't it?"
No, I was not thrown over the edge. No, sir.
No, you grabbed the man, you threw him over the edge, didn't you?
No,
Guards! He snaps his
that's a bit
fingers,
per,
and
that's a
as you're
bit
trying to defend
presumptuous.
yourself,
Okay.
he
I'm gonna
comes
start
over.
crying. I'm gonna start crying. I don't want him to leave. I don't want him to leave. I'm gonna
Okay.
start absolutely bawling. I will lose my mind if this man is out of my sight.
That's fine.
So I'm
Or
just
Weeb
gonna
just
start
starts,
yelling. I only feel safe with him.
or Weeb starts bawling her eyes out, and the guards come over and they say, "ID now."
All right, yeah, sure. I'll start patting my pockets. I don't think I have an ID.
You do not.
Okay,
You
wait.
don't.
All right, so people are being thrown into arenas, and now people are pickpocketing. Fan-fucking-tastic. This is the establishment you run. All right, I thought you were doing your good job. You, sir, don't know what you're doing. I've been pickpocket. Now you're accusing me of something I didn't do. What
No.
is this that you're running here? You're very
Uh,
presumptuous. I appreciate you helping my friend out here. That's very nice of you. But this, sir, is against protocol.
Roger kind of
Now
looks
I
you
don't
up
have
and
my
down.
ID, and now I'm gonna be detained for a longer time till my ID gets figured out. Sir, this is ridiculous.
Sir,
I'm pissed now.
I'm so
What?
I'm sorry you have to be going through this. That we have a large case of pickpocketing happening here today at the stadium. I would like to assure
So I'm
you,
not the only one.
you are not, but I'm assure you that it is protocol that we detain individuals who have been pickpocketed, verify identity, and reissue their IDs.
Okay,
Now,
how are we verifying identity when the ID's been taken? How are we
it's a
doing
lo-
that? That's how you
it's
identify people is with your ID.
I understand that, sir. It's a long process, but I do have to ask you that you allow yourself to be detained. That way, we have to do it by force, and you join our group of individuals who have been with lost
So
IDs and wait out
so
this
now
process.
you're threatening guard brutality upon me. You're saying
I'm
vice versa.
not.
This is ridiculous. I'd like to talk to your superior officer. I'm gonna go full fucking Karen on your ass.
I don't know what a Karen is, but I would.
I don't either. but I feel like she's not a very nice person.
You see, as he's holding Orweeb's wrist, you kind of see a vein start to like pop out in his head as he's trying to hold his composure. Let's see how well he does actually.
Can the
10.
man
So
hold?
he's managing to hold his composure, and you can see his hand kind of goes near his waist, and he says, "Sir, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Allow yourself to be detained. We don't have to do it by force, and join our group of people who have lost their IDs. If you'd like, you can
All right.
stay here as well and watch over your family friend here. But we do
If
have
you
to
do it,
detain
you
you.
can come to me.
All
Regardless
right.
of what you want to do, you do have to be detained. We will not be able to let you walk away from me without
I'm not.
being restrained.
I'm not trying to walk away. I'm wanting to stay right here. I'm
That is
willing to
fine.
go do whatever you're needing to do after I see my friend is taken care of. That's
That's
all I'm
fine.
really concerned about currently. All right, you're saying you are concerned about children, right?
Yes.
Okay. This child currently will be under my responsibility as the parents are not around. Correct. Therefore,
I'm gonna say I would like that.
the closest person to her being over a relative would be myself. Therefore, her overall livelihood is my responsibility, and now you're trying to remove me from that. If you say that you care about children and their well-being, this would be the best day. I'd like to stay here. You may check your IDs and all that as soon as I find out she's safe.
That is
Otherwise,
fine. You may stay here with the child. I will
thank
be,
you.
along with my squad mates here, also be staying here with the
Perfect.
child, and we will have
I
you
will stand right
restrained.
here.
Are you
That's fine
willing
as
to be
long as I'm
restrained?
here.
Okay. You see, as they kind of whip out these cuffs and they bring your arms around your back, and you feel a pressure kind of wrap around your wrists, and your wrists are just restrained. Um,
Ow.
he kind of looks down at your hands and he's like, "Sir, you mind if I ask what happened to your hands here?"
But you and your presumptions. Obviously, I had an accident.
Mm-hmm. These look like burn marks.
That's because they are.
Okay. You don't have to tell me anymore if you don't like to. He kind of cuffs your hands together, cinches it down, max pressure. Um, uh, a few hours pass by. Des Moines, you are in a lobby. It's a nice kind of like uh has a nice pearlescent silverish look to the flooring like marble, and the walls are a greenish black, almost like a black streaking going through the walls. It's a very nice area. There's a desk. There is a attendant at the desk, kind of speaking to individuals who get welcomed into the room. You see a couple people actually get handed new ID forms that they're filling out. And you are patiently waiting. You have not seen Corwin or Weeb in a couple of hours. What do you want to do?
Are there any guards
Yes, there is about 3 guards posted at
within
every exit.
30 feet of me by chance?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Okay, I want to cast my charm person spell on
Okay,
a guard near me.
just a second here.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you don't need any ingredients for that. So you want to charm a person?
I do.
You must make a
Um,
wisdom savings throw. Okay.
yes. I'm just gonna press cast on here because I don't know 100% how it works.
You just just press cast, and then I have to roll a wisdom saving throw. Um, got a 20.
Alright, I press cast.
Oh, sorry,
I
wrong
don't know what
sheet. That's
happened.
Corwin. Now that does negate that roll. I was wondering why that was so high.
Right now. Nice.
Oh, never mind. We're just gonna do a basic d20 because that does not work either. Got a 7.
Dope.
So what's the DC on it?
What was that?
What's the I think it was 16, right? So in a spell, if
13.
you click on the spell, Yeah, okay. 13?
Yeah, it's a 13, so I passed it.
If you come to finding
So
it
I'm good,
fails,
right?
is charmed by you into the end of the session. Okay, so yeah, you kind of see the guard you charmed kind of looks at you and he gives you a friendly nod and a nice warming smile. You kind of feel like he's welcoming you to approach him.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm
Okay?
gonna be like, sir, don't you remember me? And I'm gonna kind of laugh and almost go into like, are my hands still handcuffed?
Yes.
Okay, well I'm just gonna kind of come in and like shoulder nudge him a little bit. Just be like, don't you remember me?
So you kind of walk up and you kind of like, don't you remember me? And you kind of just like bring your shoulder in and touch his shoulder and give a nice smile. And he kind of looks at you and he's like, yeah, yeah, I think so.
He'd be like, funny seeing me here, right? Remember me,
Yeah,
Azamar? Azamar, I
uh,
was here just the other week.
yeah. Asmar, how's it
Yeah,
going?
it's crazy to see you here. I mean, they have me locked up in this room. I mean, this just feels insulting. I'm here all the
It's just,
time.
it's a brutal process, but I mean, I hope you understand. It's just we're trying to make sure everybody gets their IDs back.
I know, I understand. I mean, is there any way that you can help me get my ID back sooner? I mean, I have places to be. I have to get out of here. I mean, is there any way that you can process my ID? I don't know what you're capable of here. I know I can't push beyond my limits, but I mean, it's real uncomfortable in these handcuffs. Is there anything that I can do or that you
You
can
know,
do?
let me talk to the captain. Um, we might be able
Okay.
to push you up in the process a little bit. Uh,
Oh, thank
just a
you.
moment.
Thank you. What was your name again? What was your
Uh,
name again?
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Oh, I
Yes.
knew it. You see, I was thinking Nathaniel. It's
Yeah,
good
I'm
seeing you
surprised you
again.
forgot it. You remembered
I,
it so
I'm
well
not
last
pointing
time.
because my hands are handcuffed. What?
Yeah, you remembered my name easily last time. So I'm surprised you forgot it.
I know. It's been such a long day. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
this
has
is
been a
just
long day.
crazy.
I think I myself detained like 90 people today. It's
Oh
been
my
brutal.
gosh, the work they're putting you through here, I hope they're paying you well.
I mean, your Tenga squad pays pretty well. Just a moment. He kind of knocks on the door, and you kind of hear a faint yes. He opens the door slightly, and he's like, we have a visitor here. I mean, they're a personal friend of mine. I'd greatly appreciate if we might be able to push them to the front of the line." And you kind of hear you hear the voice go, "You realize we have a missing child situation happening right now, right? I don't like people cutting in line
Do,
isn't very
do I hear
respectful."
him say missing person or missing child?
Give me a intelligence check. Let's see how hard you were focusing.
Okay. Intelligence is kind of a hard one on me, so let's roll high. I'm not that smart.
Hey!
Nat 20.
Let's
Okay.
go! Let's
All right.
Ooh, I heard that.
Uh, let's see. Yeah, so you definitely hear every word he said. Um,
Okay, can I almost lean in and be like, "Did you say missing child?" With like a sense of
uh,
urgency.
yeah, so you kind of leading like, "She's missing child," and he kind of looks at you and he's like, hold on. Wait, why?
My ch I'm missing. How old is this? What does she look like?
I mean, boss, we got someone asking about the missing child. Says, what do they look like? Uh, describe yourself for me. Like
Describe
you.
me describe
Yeah,
or
as a
we?
player. How do you just want to describe yourself? Would you
Well, I'm trying to
s-
get them to describe the child.
Okay. So he kind of looks back and he's like, "Well, they're of the tiefling species." Uh, and then he says, "Let her in." And he kind of says, "Okay, you're good." Then you cut the line. He opens the door, and you kind of filter yourself into this room. You see this nice like brickstone table. You see a man. He has his like arms cuffed like this at that table. He's kind of looking up to you, and he says, "Yes." You can see like red hair. He has like these glowing, fiery eyes almost. He's wearing a red captain's jacket, and he's looking daggers into you. And he's like, "You got the third person here who's mentioned a missing child's case. What's going on? What can I help you with?"
I'm running kind of with like stumbling with kind of a sense of urgency and be like, it's this is I'm Azamar. I lost my child during this thing. I've been looking all over and I've been detained and I haven't had a chance to speak to anybody and I heard of a missing child. Have you
Who is this
found her?
child to you?
What?
Who is the child to you?
She's my Who's the child to me?
Yes. What? How are you in relation to this child?
She's my daughter. I brought her to
She's your
the event.
daughter.
I mean, I wanted her to experience it for the first time and I meant to bring her out before the fighting began and then she just got lost to me. I never wanted her to see all of this crazy commotion. I just wanted her to see the castle for the first time and she wandered off and then all this commotion started while I was looking for her and I'm worried sick.
Are you her guardian? Are you blood relative? What's your deal?
Blood Well, I know it's kind of funny, not blood relative really. I know that we look a little bit different, but I took her on at a very young age. She stumbled into my care and I've just been looking over her for years. I mean, she would consider me her father. Father.
It's very unique
I
for
know it
your
sounds
race.
I know it sounds crazy. I know for my species, but if you would just let me see her.
What's her name?
Oh. Oh God, can I okay, out of character. Can
Yeah.
I make an assumption
What do you mean?
here? Could I make an assumption that it's Orbweed without it being too like is
So
there a
you could
way
like,
that
are you trying? So you can't really assume it's orb weeb because that'd be meta.
yeah,
Um,
see that feels too meta. So I'm trying to
so right now you're kind of just realistically, you have no idea who this person could be. You
yeah.
have no idea what they look like. You just know there's a missing persons case and it's a child.
Yeah.
That's all you know.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this then. And be like, well, I call her Sarah, but she has these funny little names. I mean, she's got all sorts of little nicknames that she calls herself. I mean, but she's my little Sarah, my little girl. I don't know if I've told her not to talk to strangers, so I don't know what she said to you.
You do realize that there is another here claiming to be Sarah's guardian, correct?
Who is it? Where
You
is
tell
he?
me.
What?
Who would be claiming to be Sarah's guardian if you're the
Who
guardian?
is it? I
You tell me.
exactly. Who is the guardian? Who is claiming to be the father of this child?
So you're
I'm
saying
missing my
there
child.
so there should be no other guardian. You are the sole guardian of this child.
Well, I came with somebody else, but I mean, I would be the one looking for her, surely.
Okay. I guess
Can I
it's
roll
your word against his.
his?
Let him out. Corwin and Orbweeb. You guys are in this dark waiting room with a couple of guards watching over you, and he says, you can hear, let him out. And they say, oh, okay, you guys are Roderick's good to speak with you again. Um, they open the door for you, and light fills the room, and you watch as Corwin and Orweeb kind of filter themselves out of this back of the office waiting room that you didn't know was even there. Uh, you and Corwin in particular make eye contact. You kind of go, and Roderick chimes in. He's like, sir, you realize this individual right here is claiming to be this child's guardian, correct?
Who is he saying that to? Me or
Corwin.
him? Saying it to me.
He's talking to Corwin.
Well, I'm the family friend. This individual is the other is the guard. Yes. So, like I said earlier to you, what's a
I'm just
Roderick?
gonna point at Des Moines and just yell, "Dad!"
Yeah, father.
You know,
That's the
this whole situation does not ring right with me. And then you hear,
Can I roll a persuasion check to bring this man
just a sec.
to a
You hear a knocking on the door, and he's like, what? And then you hear a voice behind the door that says, it's Gally. And then the door swings open, and he's like, oh my god, finally a friendly face. Gally, how can I help you? Galley kind of filters himself into the room. You see, he kind of ducks under the doorway and kind of reaches out, and he's like, "Uh, my compatriot here says that he's actually overseeing this whole situation. It's kind of complex, but I guess I'll let him explain it for you." And then you see O'Flanagan kind of steps into the room, and he's like, "Guys, I was looking for you. What's going on? Where's the kid?" And the
I'll just
Corwin,
show the
you
cuff
see
like this.
Roderick. Oh, Galley, tell him. And Galley kind of chimes in. He's like, "Roderick, we have a unique situation here. Can I talk to you outside the office for a second?" And Roderick kind of gets out of his seat. He kind of huffs and puffs, and walks out and he closes the door. Now it's just you four in this office alone. And O'Flanagan looks to you. He's like, "All right, we need to get our story straight right now. What's going on?"
Okay, so I said that I'm going to point at Orbweave, her father, her guardian. That's what I've said. And I got this far. I charmed the guy outside the room to let me in to say that that's my kid. And I'm going to point at Cora to be like, what did you say?
Um, I went along with what Ordwave told me as far as I'm the family friend that came along, and then I saw that she was with a guard, so I came over, and then I said I was a temporary guardian since the parents are not here.
Shit. Okay.
I'm the lost child.
Good job, Orweave. You stick with that. So I said that I brought her here to the castle because I wanted her to see the castle, but not the fight. And she got away from me.
Okay.
So you just ran into her as the family friend, right?
Right.
I'm gonna look.
I
I'm gonna look at
Okay.
O'Flanagan and be like, "What did you say?"
Uh, you remember the fight that I got into with the big behemoth man outside?
Yeah, sorry, I could save you from that. We had a lot of shit going on.
No, you're fine. So the thing I may or may not have purposely probably did take a dive and got a lot of money from the said fight. Where are the world passes you guys obtained?
I'm gonna pull mine out of the bag
Okay, you
and
pull out
say,
a world
"Here's
pass.
mine."
Okay, there's one. Where's the rest?
How many do we have?
You guys have three.
we had
Okay. Like, so look, we only have 3. We had a little tussle back there because Orbweave decided to grab somebody's bag and start a
Oh,
fight,
that's fine.
and then we made
That's
it
fine.
worse.
Destroy
We have
them right
3.
now.
Destroy them?
Rip them
The
up.
world
Destroy
passes.
them. Shred them. All of them. Right now.
well,
Okay.
I'm gonna eat mine. Eat mine. I'm gonna eat it.
Orby, without
Okay.
question, shoves the world pass into her mouth and just swallows it.
I'm gonna do
Corwin.
the same thing. Fuck it. I'm gonna swallow it and eat it.
you expect me to. That's disgusting. You
Just
You
already
don't
we
have
need to
to.
get
I
rid
had
of
other
the
ideas.
evidence. Get rid of
Get
the
rid of it.
evidence. Destroy it.
Get rid of it right now.
I don't want to eat it.
Corwin, we are running out of time. I need you to eat that world pass.
Corbin, I will
I'm
beat
gonna
the shit
take it
out
out
of
of
you.
his hand and eat it.
Okay, Orweeb, give me a constitution check after eating these world passes.
All right, that's
That's
fair. I figured the first one I
disgusting.
could get away with. The second one I wasn't too sure about.
Yeah, one's fine. Two.
Oh shit!
Two
I
might
rolled
bite
a
back.
nat 1. Can I pray for grace to
So,
the DM and see if he'll let me reroll?
so Orweeb kind of shoves this world pass into her mouth, and she goes,
Just
and then you
absolutely
guys just
choked.
watch it. She goes, and you watch this vomit just kind of starts dripping down Orweeb's mouth a little bit. She's holding it
Alright.
in, but she's just drooling vomit out of her mouth. She's like just frowning like a child. Um, you
This
hear,
works. We can say the child's sick. We need to go home.
yeah.
Well done.
O'Flanagan says, "That's fine. You hold that vomit. Hold that vomit." And the door opens back up, and you see Roderick looks at all of you, and he's like, "Okay, you're all free to go."
I'm gonna go, oh, thank God. Thank you so much. My God.
Guards, they come in. You guys, they start uncuffing you, and O'Flanagan's like kind of nodding happily, and Galley follows in. He's like, "Guys, here you go." And he hands each one of you very happily, very content. He hands you, Corwin, a world pass. You see somehow a picture of your face, your name. It's an official world pass issued to you. Demointis, he hands you your world pass with your name, your face officially issued to you. Corwin.
All right, which face is actually on here? Is it my atrocious face or is it my face with the mask on?
It's your atrocious face.
Oh, goody.
Orb Weeb, you see Gally kind of kneels down. He's like, "How you doing, little one?" He's almost towering over you. He's a giant. Are you okay?
Just
You kind of got a little,
vomit.
you got a little something.
Can I
Oh yeah.
interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like she's just so overwhelmed by this situation. I'm sorry if she's quiet. I just think she needs to head home.
Okay, yeah,
And
that's fine.
can I just kind of pat her on the head and like bring her in a little bit, like we're just dad and daughter.
Gally kind of he kind of nods and like, yeah, okay, yeah, no problem. I'm sorry you guys had to go through all this today. I was supposed to be I mean, I did win a good amount of money from that fight. He kind of winks over to O'Flanagan and gives him a nice like wink, and O'Flanagan nods. He hands Orweeb a pass. Orweeb, you look at it and you see your face on it, your name, and you're just dazzled by this product of engineering from civilization. You've never had a gift given to you like this before, and you almost in this moment you almost looked at Galley like a father figure you never had for giving you a gift that actually has your name put on it. It means the world to you. Uh, Gally kind of looks at you guys and he's
I
like, "All
just
right,
see like
guys."
one tear start streaming down my face.
Yeah, vomit still holding in. There's one tear streaming down her face. Um,
I'm
yeah,
really wet in the face right now.
A lot of
yeah.
liquids.
Um, Gally kind of nods and he's like, "Well, I hope I see you guys again soon. Thank O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan, I'll see you later." O'Flanagan kind of just puts his hand up, and Gally kind of nods to Roderick, and Roderick just like rolls his eyes, and Gally walks out, and then Roderick kind of steps forward and closes the door shut. He walks around his table and he sits down. He's like, "The truth. Now, who are you, each of you? What are you doing here?"
Emerald
O'Flanagan kind of just
City.
puts his head down, and he's like, You guys probably should just tell him."
I'll hand him my card. This is who I am.
No, yeah, I got that. I was one who had to push through the order through for someone I didn't even know existed until 20 minutes ago. So, who are you? Really, all of you. The truth.
Well, I'm Corwin Attleberry.
Is there
What are
any
you
way for me
doing
to
here,
roll,
Corwin
like, to
Attleberry?
figure out his intent?
You can try to investigate him. Give me insight.
Okay. 17.
So you kind of like looking him up and down, and you can see he doesn't seem to have any kind of malicious intent. He looks highly irritated, but it just
That's fair.
genuinely seems like he wants to know what the hell is going on.
Just gonna look at me like, all right, let me break it down for you. We have to deliver a very special item to a very special place, and we need world passes to get there. We had to do what we had to do to obtain those things, and we'll be on our way. You'll never see us again.
You mean this item? He lifts it up and he shows you a bag that Orb Weaver originally had. This,
Bag, what happened to it?
You still have pot
we
in your
lifted it
mouth.
off you.
No, that was an out of game question.
Okay,
How did
okay.
I not know my bag was taken?
When they detained you and you were crying and sobbing, they rolled to pull the bag off you while you're trying to get Corwin to stay nearby.
That's some bullshit.
This,
Like,
Can
yep,
I snatch it out of his hand?
it's too high up.
That would be the.
Can I try?
You can try jumping. Yeah, you want to give me acrobatics.
Pop at it. You're like,
It's like, "Whew."
give it to me.
A solid 13.
You try to like grab onto the desk, and then Roderick sees you like getting ready to like bounce yourself up to grab the bag. And as soon as you do, you lift your hands up and you go, "Whoa," and he kind of just like your hands like this, and he just goes, and then you fall back down. He just kind of brings it back down to
I'm
eye
just
level.
gonna
He's like,
like put a hand on Orbweave and be like, hold on, and be like, yes, that's the bag.
"Okay,
We
what's in this
need to
bag?"
deliver what's. I'm gonna turn to Corwin. and look at him, kind of like, do we want to?
There's an object of very high importance that needs to be delivered to a very important person. Far beyond that needs a world pass. Now, the overall contents that dwell inside the bag are not easily discussed, especially in public areas such as this. While I'm well aware that we're in a closed area, discussing said contents cannot be done in this time.
That's fine. I'll just check it. And then you see he pulls the bag down. He starts to like unzip it slowly, looking at you, and he's going, "Do you want to tell me what's in the bag?" Slowly
Telling you that
unzipping it.
I'm
It's
not
a
lying.
gift
It's
from Prometheus the wizard.
Zip. How do you know that name?
That's the client.
Why'd he give you this bag?
Because it will be safe with us, and we have to deliver it.
Can I just ask him? Can I just put my hand out, like gesturing for him to give it to me?
He looks down at you and he
I
says,
can't talk. There's still vomit in my mouth.
he looks down at Orway reaching up for the bag like it belongs to her, and he goes, he hands it down to Orweeb without even looking in the bag. And he
Fuck
says,
yeah.
I hope you understand the great deal in favors. Your pal Flanagan over here had to call in to get you guys to not be arrested. Well, Flanagan's still kind of
Look,
just like looking down.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Look, buddy, appreciate the gratitude. Can we get out of here?"
Go, get. And
Thank you, man. And I'm just
Flanagan kind of rushes over and opens the door for you guys. Like, go, go, go. You guys rush out.
gonna
Yeah, I'm
grab
gonna fucking
Orweeb and
leave.
just kind of like, yeah.
Okay, you guys all start filtering out, and Flanagan's following behind. You kind of see all
Why,
the other,
Roderick?
you see all the rich folk kind of just like looking at you guys like, when are we gonna get to go in? And they all start kind of erupting in a like in general
Can
bitchiness because they got to cut
can
in
I just
line and
turn around and say like, "Wait your fucking turn"? Because I don't know. That's what my character would say.
yeah. You literally turn around and it's like, wait your fucking turn, and then you guys all quickly filter out. You kind of come to the main lobby, you realize you're actually still in the mansion, and you went into one of the rooms, so that's where the office was being held. Now you're in the main lobby. The doors have all been open. The outside welcomes you. At this point, it's very early morning. I'd say probably about 3 a.m. You all step outside and you're back into the hustle and bustle of the Waterfall Citadel daily kind of morning life. Everyone's kind of rushing to their shops, getting stuff done. Where do you guys want to go?
Can I check the bag real quick?
Sure. You open the bag. You see it contains all the contents that were originally in said bag, the egg included.
Good. I'm gonna zip that bitch back up.
Zip.
Where are we from the Dragonborn village?
Um, Give me an intelligence check to see if you know your general position
Hold
in the in the Waterfall Citadel.
11?
You got no idea. Uh,
Dope.
you got no idea where you are in the Waterfall Citadel. You think you're somewhere towards the middle, but you're just generally unsure.
That makes a lot of sense for me personally. I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Um, you do see people that were hosting the event are kind of packing up their things, and you do see a group of them are kind of letting out some contestants who didn't get to get in the fight soon enough because it was canceled. And you do see the circus that you were belonging to kind of grabbing their things and packing up their wagons and hopping on horses. Uh,
Can
they
I
start look.
immediately start trying to get away from them?
Yeah, yeah. You just gonna take off.
Like I just see them and I just start like filtering through the crowd away.
Yeah. So you see them, and you guys watch as Demointis instantly just turns around and walks the other direction. You guys are still
So
wearing all of your rich attire. Do you want to drop it or keep it?
I'm gonna keep it. This is the nicest clothes I've ever owned.
I'm
Yeah, I'll
probably gonna
keep
Okay.
it.
keep the mask. Probably
Um.
re-don my cloak and stuff.
Okay. So you're gonna keep the mask, Corwin, but not the robes.
Yeah, the robes are too flashy.
Okay. You're gonna keep the mask, Des Moines. This. What are you keeping?
I'm keeping all of it.
Keeping all of it, or Weeb? Are you keeping your whole
Yeah.
attire outfit?
I'm gonna drop the mask. Is any of the clothing that I can tell made out of animal skin or fur?
The robes you were wearing had fur on the coat lining.
I'm gonna rip it off of me, say a prayer, and then just like set it on the ground.
Okay. You quickly take off your coat and you lay it on the ground nice and neat, and you guys see as Orweeb takes a knee and rests her hands on her knees, closes her eyes, and starts muttering to herself. The moment this is taking off in the other direction, Corwin, you're kind of standing there, you're kind of looking back and forth like what's gonna go on next. Um, Everyone take a moment. We'll take a quick 5-minute break. Go into your sheets, add in all of the attire you chose to keep. If you go to your inventory, you can go to add items, go down to custom item, and then add in your world pass, the attire you chose to keep, and yeah. And if you guys have any questions, I will help you get that information added in.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Preston, I'll assume you got a pretty good idea how to add custom items.
Yep, doing it right now.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna read chat for a second. Julian said, as they try to arrest me, I would say, this is racist.
Was that Trillion?
Yeah, that was Trillian.
Yeah, I figured as much.
He also said, I want to speak to the manager. Jats was, guard straight went, do you have your pass? Trillian, Alexa, play Fuck the Police by NWA. Along with, I want to be restrained with a moaning emoji.
There's some real highlights in there, huh?
Trillian says, my headcanon is that Orweeb loves goldfish crackers.
Word.
That's a real life fact.
Yes, she does.
Jazz says the next roll gets a +3 for Jazz determination. You better do it, Red. With the guns aiming at me emoji. Sure. Next roll gets a +3, depending on what it is.
Cool.
It's really also sent the guns up emojis.
Oh, Josh wants me to somehow acquire a duck and then name it Harold, I think it was.
Do it, man. Do it.
Just
I'll be right
find
back.
find a
Okay.
duck. Harold or Ferguson are the two names that I can choose from for the duck.
Oh, the
Harold
duck.
and Ferguson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was seeing that.
You know, it's funny. I have to change it now, but I totally forgot that Roderick's name was originally Riddick. But
Well,
I already went with Roderick, so I gotta change it. Roderick. Ugh. Did you guys like Galley?
What a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. Pure heart.
What did my mask look like?
Your mask, I think, was the green one.
Yeah.
It has a medium length nose, representing higher class royalty, and we'll say it was more like so it would kind of make like almost like a Scarlet Witch. Like it would aim like this, like an arrow, come down, go like that,
Dope.
and then point up the face like this, around the nose, back down again like an M, and only your mouth and chin could be seen.
Okay, what was the name of the mansion that we were at so I could put that in there?
The mansion. I don't know if I even had a name for it. Let's go
Okay,
with
I'll just roll at mansion.
Is it like Waterfall Mansion or something?
Yeah.
call it the Mansion of Combat.
Do we have
Okay.
ever get a name of the guy with the curled nose mask?
No.
Okay, I just have him in there as
Oh my
curled,
God.
masked man, possible noble asshole.
I like it. I like it.
Okay, and then I had robes on, like white robes. Oh.
I think I know Corwin had the purple and gold. I think you had. I think it was the white ones.
Oh shit, I forgot they're purple and gold. Never mind, I'm keeping it.
Stolen from mansion of what is combat?
Oh, I'm putting on my leather armor back on though, and I'll just put the leather and or the purple and gold robe over the top of it.
Oh yeah. I want to keep my armor on, but I want to wear it. Just feels like my character to wear something that's like covering me as a person.
Crossbones says, "I don't know what a Karen is." Was pure gold.
I don't know either.
Oh shit.
What's a Karen?
That's good shit.
All right. When you guys are set, we will resume.
Ooh, I love The Last Samurai. They said you look like Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Dope.
It's a good fucking movie.
We got 6 little viewers in here. Look at us.
We had 9 at one point.
We
For
did.
real?
I was watching it. I think Matt's like on and off watching it.
Granted, one of
It's-
them is me.
One of them is also me. Because I'm like watching the chat.
Yeah.
Helps numbers.
I think Matt at least has it open.
Look at all
Awesome.
those stream avatars.
What? I don't know what the hell that is.
By my camera, you can see a bunch of little like characters right here.
No, yeah, I
Walking
see
around.
those guys. What are they?
So people on the Twitch who are following can go onto my Twitch channel and custom make their own avatars to walk around on the stream.
That's so cute. Everyone really loves you, dude.
Hmm?
Do you say your name on here?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean,
Everyone
they know
loves
me
you.
as Red Romeo, but
Yeah, everyone said like Red, and I was like, do you say your name?
yeah, you can say my name or you can say Red. Whatever's easier for you.
Okay. Everyone in the chat was like, Red looks so good with his beard.
I wish.
Wait,
I
wait
wish.
till he makes a mistake and shaves it again. You got the baby going on.
I always get the urge to shave it after like a month and a half. I'm past that point now. I'm just like,
Good.
I want to shave it. I want to shave it.
Then we'll take it off. I can't imagine facial hair. Like, I feel like it probably gets annoying.
So it's really bad with
yeah.
the mustache because if it eventually gets too long, it curls into like on your lip and it'll like go in your mouth and that shit sucks. Or you're eating and it
Ew.
gets stuck.
Right?
I haven't
like
had that
gloomy.
problem yet.
See, Matt's so lucky. No facial hair, none of that going on in there. Doesn't get in his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'll
Okay.
eat something with whipped cream or ice cream, it all up in here.
Red kind of reminds me of Matt Mercer.
God, what
You
a
know,
fucking babe.
I'm not even gonna like. I've had. There was a TikTok I made.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and then everyone was like,
There was like
"Who's
7 or 8
Red?"
comments were like, "Are you related to Matt Mercer?" I was like, "I wish."
Oh, someone said Red is somewhat of an inspiration to me.
Aww.
Red is somewhat of an inspiration to me,
Aw.
but one I can insult jokingly. I like how you
Love
cut
it.
off the last part.
Well, the
Uh,
first part was the most important.
yeah, no, that means a lot, Jats.
Very
That means a
sweet.
lot, man. Um,
You have some followers in here.
Trillion says, "I am not one of them. I am not real. Remember." Oh, there it is. Red, you look like Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai.
Yeah,
You know,
just got that earlier.
fact, I've never seen that movie, so I don't.
Bro, all right, it's
I
on
think I know what he looks
Netflix.
like. I think I know what he looks like in the movie, but I've never seen the movie.
I'm gonna
Good
look it
movie.
up real quick before we get going. Also, when I said my name was like whatever that was, I literally just googled D&D names real quick, and I was like Azimir. So I was trying to think of something.
Asimir. Dude, there was one, Nathaniel. I did not have a name ready, and you're like, "What's his name?" And I was like, "Nathaniel."
I know, yeah. I know. I was like, I need to say a name when I run up, so there's something, and I was like, Azimir.
I have a browser tab with like NPC names on the fly, but I forgot to have it pulled up, so I was like,
You're like, I'm Nate.
Trillian says, Red is an inspiration too. He inspires me to be a single old man that plays Wizard 101. Damn
All
straight.
right. I don't know. You remember the one chick he pulled? Did you what? Did you
What?
see that comment? It
Huh?
says, I don't know. You remember the one chick he pulled?
Oh, yeah. We don't need to talk about that girl. um, she tried
She
to
tried to
sacrifice him.
sacrifice him.
I met
Red.
someone kind of crazy a little while back. Um,
Red.
I was crazy back then.
the
The
tiefling
tieflings are crazy.
masquerading as in
That's me.
that's you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna jump back into this. Corwin, you were caught in between Demointhus turning around, bolting the other way, and you've got uh Orbweeb. Orbweeb, what were you doing again?
I was praying on that robe.
Right. So Orweeb is taking a knee and praying on the robe still, muttering some words. You can almost see like a faint glow forming around Orweeb, like she's connecting with the gods while she's making this prayer. Corwin, what do you want to do?
I'll kind of like make my way over and like just kind of look over at the monitors and be like, "Psst, we're praying. Come back over here."
Demointhus, you hear Corwin call out to you
Mad
with what
respect.
he just said. Do you keep going or are you gonna turn around?
I'm gonna look at him and be like, there are some people here that we need to get away from.
Aubrey, wrap it up. How long does this
I'm not
usually
gonna
take?
respond to that.
Orweeb is
Aubrey.
still going. Orweeb is still going.
Then I'm gonna continue to walk away because I don't want to be around my circus family.
Okay.
Aubrey, how?
The circus members are starting to pack up the things in the wagon. They are boarding it, and cat. Is that
Sorry, she
Tux?
was. Oh, this is actually Dinky. Tux is on the
Oh,
bed, like
Dinky.
right
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh.
That's Tux. He's been sleeping
Um.
back there almost the whole time.
He's been there the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, he just fell asleep right there.
I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, they're loading up the wagon. They're actually starting to get on the brick road of the Waterfall Citadel, and they're preparing to head your guys' direction. There's two up in the wagon seats with a couple of horses leading the wagon. You can see swords. There's a couple of bodies. They kind of have a drape over it to cover the bodies. There's clothes. There's all sorts of
I'm
stuff
gonna
in these wagons.
I'm gonna like
Uh,
point at those people like from a distance and be like, those people I will not be near. But like a sense of urgency, be like, we need to go or I will leave you.
Aubrey, not to be rude, but can't your God's God, or don't know who you serve? I think they understand. I think we can go now.
I'm just gonna grab Orbweeb and try to pull her and be like, we need to go.
Orweeb,
Yo,
you
I'll go
are
feral.
You're almost you're you're wrapping up your prayer, and suddenly you said Demointis, you said you're gonna grab Orweeb.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm going.
Okay,
I'm
so
throwing
Orweeb,
everything.
you're wrapping up your prayer in the most crucial part of the prayer because you are at the point where you're thanking the gods and you're starting to disconnect in the prayer so they can return to their tidings while you resume yours. And suddenly, as you're making your thanks, hands grab you by your shoulders and you start feeling yourself getting lifted up. Demointhus, give me a
Can I,
strength check to see if you can just completely manhandle uh Orweeb.
I've had to do so many strength checks.
I
It's
was
not
gonna
good.
say, can I roll a religion check and like use that aura of light to like kind
Icky.
of burn her, like
You
burn
know,
her from touching me?
you can't use the aura
Shit.
of light. That was purely cosmetic.
Shit.
Um, okay, so
I'm, I rolled a 6, so I'm not dragging you anywhere.
so Demointhus is trying to lift you up and
Light.
lifts you up a couple of inches, but is so stunned by her resemblance slowly coming to a passing that she's almost frozen, or sorry, he's almost frozen as he's lifting you up. Um, did you just play that soundbite, Preston?
Did I what?
I thought you played the
I think
fart
that was
soundbite
somebody
for a second.
swallowing.
Oh, that's what that was? Okay.
That oh, that might have been me. I'm really sorry. I just took a drink of water.
No,
I
you're
did not
Yeah,
mean
good.
it
to
was
do
like a
that.
swallow sound.
Last night he kept playing fart sounds over the
Real
microphone, but
sorry.
they were super subtle. So I thought that's what that was. Okay, let's see. Hold on a second. Nat 1. So they pay no mind to Demointhus while they're passing by, and Demointhus just becomes
Fantastic.
frozen, holding out Orweeb out in the middle of the air while they're passing by, thinking if he doesn't move, they won't notice him.
Corwin's
I'm
gonna
gonna start
mimic
crying.
what Demointis is doing, trying to like fit into what the in crowd does.
Yeah, everyone else is kind of shopping, setting up shops. You guys are in the middle of the road doing this, and they pay no mind to you at all as they
I'm just
pass
gonna
by.
burst into tears.
Oh, do we cry
Okay.
in this part of the pray? And do we cry now?
So
I'm just having a lot of fun.
As Demointhus bursts into tears and starts to sob, or Weeb kicking her feet because she's pissed off that she had to finish her prayer with the gods. Corwin, you feel a hand tap you on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just a second here. I gotta find his name.
Oh no.
Norman. Says, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Oh, how's it going? I just
How's it
had some
going, man?"
crazy things happen.
Demointhus, as you're breaking down, you watch as Corwin kind of turns around and starts talking to nothing.
Talking to
Guy,
nothing.
that was
Oh,
crazy. You
fantastic.
made it out of the mansion.
I know. Did you say I actually picked up somebody?
You
I'm gonna
did.
look at
That
him and
was
be like, dude, who the fuck are you talking to?
Demointhus
It's
kind of
Like,
Norman.
strolls
just in
over.
tears.
Uh,
How
Norman
dare she
Kirkland.
talk to us like that?
Known him for. I
Look at
I'm
this.
learning that I'm trying to become more culturally social. I guess you ask who other people are talking to when you're talking to them in such a fashion.
Can
So
I just try to like put my hand through the air to the where he is talking? Like just like do this.
Sure.
wave
You go and wave
something.
your hand, and to Corwin, it looks like he goes, "Hey," and bats your hand away. But in reality, you just put it through.
Why are you trying to hit Norman? Did he have a bug on him?
Are
I'll be
you trying to
This
careful.
hit
this
Orby
Norman?
might not like that.
this
You have a
guy's
bug on
totally
him?
trying to assault me in the middle of
Like
this road. What's this dude doing, man?
I don't.
Defend me, bro.
I really don't. I don't know. Maybe it's a tiefling. Maybe it's a gesture of kindness.
I look at him and be like,
Maybe.
dude, I'm gonna look at Orbweave. Is Orbweave done praying?
Orweeb is just actually Orweeb. What are you doing now?
Ready to be done.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Orweeb
gonna
kind of
look at
kneels
Can
down,
I
Orbweave.
can I
finishes the
stand
prayer.
up and like just kind of observe the situation, kind of get back into the group and figure out what's going on?
Yeah, yeah. You finish up your prayer, you reconnect with the gods, disconnect, apologize for being interrupted. You stroll back over to the party and you kind of rejoin what's going on here as you're all in the middle of the road and Corwin's having a little episode where he's talking to nothing.
I'm gonna look at Orbweave and be like, are we both seeing this? Do you see a man there?
Seeing what? Seeing what, man?
Is
Do
he
I
see
see the
him
man?
talking to air?
Why?
You
You
see him
don't?
talking to air?
Nope.
Okay.
As far as
Is
Demointis
he
and
talking to
Orweeb
someone?
are concerned, Corwin is talking to the air.
Oh, yeah, Corwin, you're talking to the air.
No, that's Norman. Hedwin. He's pretty he's a bit self-conscious about how thin he is. So if you could stop saying he's not there, he doesn't like that. Sorry.
Who is this man to
Corwin,
you?
Corwin, hold on. Tell me what Norman looks like, real fast,
Uh, he's right.
real quick.
Yeah, no,
No,
he's
just
right here.
explain to me what he looks like, real quick.
That's what. Do you want me to describe what you look? I feel it's kind of rude to be describing what people look like while they're standing right here.
Corwin, honey, I can't see anybody.
Oh, are you
That
like
was
partially blind after praying?
that was Natanya
No.
coming
Yeah, that was full on Natanya coming
Corwin,
out.
Honey.
baby boy, honey,
out. That was out of
I ain't seeing
character.
nobody, my love.
Norman kind of chimes in. He's like, "You got some rude friends. I'm standing right here."
I know.
God.
All right.
I'm gonna look at
Obviously
him and be oh,
he's tall. He's lean. That's a word that you prefer, right? Lean, not.
I
Yeah.
prefer lean. I mean,
Yeah.
so rude.
He's got really nice long white hair. He's got a very full black beard. It looks really good. I had been trimming it. He's got some nice piercing silver eyes, like almost like granite. Um, he's got
Okay.
when you get him to smile, he's a very comforting, nice smile. Makes you feel kind of warm and everything's right in the world. His voice is kind of comes across as a flowing creek through a open meadow. Um, he's pretty good with a quarterstaff. And his sense of humor can be a tad dark sometimes, but dark humor can lighten the overall mood sometimes as things go. So,
where did you meet this little man?
I've known Norman for Norman. How long have we known each other now?
Years and
Yeah,
years. I was with you
yeah,
back in the
we've
village.
yeah. We've been knowing each other for a while now. We've been mates and chums for a while.
How did he get here?
Oh, I'm assuming how everybody comes to. Have you had the talk on how things happen?
No,
Interrupt
how
all of
did
this.
he get here physically? Did he just did he take a wagon? Did he walk? Where's he from? Is he from here?
I've
No,
been
he was
here the
with us
whole
the whole
time.
time.
I'm gonna stop.
Oh.
Wait. So he's been with us the whole time.
Right.
I'm gonna stop all of this and be like, I literally do not have time for this. He has a ghost friend. We're moving on. We need to find a way to get to this village. And
All
I'm
right.
just gonna
He's
start
Yeah,
walking
word.
forward.
a tad pale. I'll need to call him a ghost.
Um,
I'm gonna walk next to Corwin and just keep an eye on him.
Corwin
I'm
kind of
just
comes
worried
out
about
of
his
the
well-being at
episode a
this
little
point.
bit. You all see as Corwin kind of waves goodbye to Norman as Norman goes off to shop elsewhere while you guys continue on your adventures.
We'll catch up later.
Yeah, as he's talking to nothing, it was like, "We'll catch up later," and you guys continue on your way. Where are you going?
Yep.
We need to find a map.
Yes. Is there a
Find a
map
map.
store?
Cartography.
Give
Yeah,
me
that.
any one of you. Give me a investigation. Any one.
On it. Got it. 13.
13. Okay. You kind of look around for a little bit, and you do see you come to a central plaza where you do find a few signed up, a couple of pin posters, things like that. You come over to it. You see one signage has some bounties placed. The next signage does have a city map put on.
All right. Here's a map. Do we know what we're looking for?
We need a way out of this city to the Dragonborn city.
Wasn't that due north, I believe.
Yeah, but we need to know how to get there.
Can I do a survival check to see if I know how to read maps?
Sure.
If that doesn't work, can I do a history check?
19.
Oh, dope.
I
Go
can read
ahead.
maps.
You can read
That's
maps.
great.
So yeah, you look over the map and you're like, okay, you're kind of like putting pieces together. So we're here, we gotta go over here. And then you look on that particular map, you do see there is a thing called the Northeast Gate. That's where you
All right.
were a few days ago when you got arrested for not having world passes, and that is where you need to go.
Alright, we need
We
to
should head
head
there.
via northeast.
All right.
Corwin, you kind of take in charge since you know where to
Sure.
go. Okay. Corwin
Yeah.
starts
He's
Corwin
the one
starts
that can learn how to
marching.
read a map.
Yeah, since he knows how to
That's
read the
fair.
map. He starts marching, heading over to where you guys need to go. It's about 5 a.m. right now. The sun's starting to rise. People are kind of starting to come out of their homes, doing their early morning shopping. The shops themselves are set up. A few shopkeepers come out and they're kind of waving people down. You do see one old man. He is standing in the kind of in the middle of the road, kind of trying to wave down passerbyers. You're kind of coming by him slowly. He's rickety. He's probably like 5'6". He's got very long white hair. He looks very tired and exhausted. And he's like, "Please, I need adventurers to go on my quest. Can anybody help me?" And that's what you're hearing as
No.
you're slowly starting to pass by. Do you interact with him or you just keep going?
I'm gonna say we keep going.
Keep going?
Yeah, I'm down to keep going.
Keep going,
Like,
Man
Corwin?
look,
said he needed help.
I'm just gonna look at it and be like, "Look, buddy, we have bigger fish to fry."
Alright.
And keep moving.
Sorry.
He kind of just like looks at you in shock and he says, "Please," as you guys just keep on going. He
Can I
slowly
look
gets
back
left
and be
behind.
like, "What do you want, old man?"
As you turn around and you look back and he's like, "My wife is very ill and she requires a unique flower to restore her health.
Oh,
Please, she
jeez.
will die and I
I'm
can't
down.
make the
Game.
journey."
I'm game. I
I'm
love
gonna
flower
go
picking.
wah, and I'm gonna keep walking.
So Arweave's like,
Okay,
"Let's
I'm gonna
do
stop
this." And
Demointis.
Demointis goes, "Wah," and just fucking keeps walking. Corwin,
I'm gonna stop Demointis and try to convince him to help
You
this
what?
What's your
man.
angle here, bug lady? Because we have shit to do.
Well, yeah, but like he needs help and he needs his wife to be healed. And we can go flower picking.
Well, what type of flower does I need?
We gotta
You
find
ask
out.
him.
Alright, what flower do you need, sir?
You guys kind of walk over. Demointis, are you walking over with them, or are you staying where you're at, or are you walking the other way?
I'm just gonna
I'll
tell
walk with them.
Demointis
I'll
that
walk
I'm the
with
one with
him.
the egg, so okay.
Okay,
If
so
I'll
I have the egg, I decide where
begrudgingly,
we go.
you walk over.
knowing where the egg is, I'll just turn around and follow because I don't really have a choice.
Okay. You walk over and he says, "It's a flower at the west gate. It's called the lotus flower on a hilltop near said gate. She needs it blended into a nice tea to restore her out of her sickness. I haven't been able to get anyone to help me. My body won't make the journey.
It doesn't sound like you're gonna make it at all right now.
I'm very old and I've been out here for hours.
I'm
Nobody
very
will
old.
help me."
Oh, I'll send Norman to go get those flowers. That'll work. He'll go grab them. Bring them right to him.
Where's Norman?
He was doing some shopping. He's a tall fella, pretty lean, white hair,
I'm gonna
black
stop
beard.
him right there, and I'm gonna be like, "Look, we'll deal with the flower situation. Maybe Norman will catch up with us."
Oh, all right.
He seems to know where you are. So we'll just.
Well, it's a weird thing. He always seems to be knowing right where I'm at.
Yeah,
What a
it's
good
funny,
friend.
isn't it? Isn't it?
All right. So you'll go and get the flower for me?
Yeah, how soon do you need it?
She's gravely ill. I would hope no more than a couple of days.
Couple days.
I'm gonna go, fuck, fine. All right, we'll help your old lady. We'll. All right. He
Thank
twisted my
you.
little red arm. Let's go.
Okay. Demointis is somewhat intrigued by
I'm
this
gonna.
because the west is towards the Tiefling village where she originally hailed from. Um, so that is a little bit of intrigue for you there, Annika. But you guys are saddled up, ready to head towards the western gate, and that is where we will tie up the session for today. Everyone levels up
Alright.
to level 2.
How do you do that on this?
Go to the little anvil up in the top right corner. If you click on that, it'll take you right to your class. And then from that
And
point, there will be a level section. And you click on level 2.
All right.
Yeah, this
Um,
definitely looks different than what you guys got going on, so I will figure it out.
we'll hop over to a personal call. I'll wrap up the stream, and we can do that over personal. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. That was a fun session, and we will see you in the next episode of Subspace.
peace out, little ladies.
Woohoo.
You